We are back, bitches. What's going on? What's going on? I'm JohnnyKpicks, and alongside me, I have my co-host, Blood Money MMA Bets, Cody, and we are going to talk about UFC 279, our picks, predictions, our bets, our best fight, whatever we want to talk about. Feet. You know how this stream goes. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button right now. Please go over, subscribe to Blood Money right now. He's very close to 1,000. He's like maybe 20 away. Yeah. So go open up a new tab, hit that subscribe button real quick, and come back, watch us talk. We're pretty entertaining. Trust me. How's it going, Cody?
Good, man. How you doing tonight, Johnny? You good?
I'm doing good. I got some cheap wine.
You should have the good stuff after last week.
Well, true. But I wanted to get some like nice, easy drinking wine. I said I was going to get some. I'm feeling good, if you can already tell. And yeah, I'm ready to talk. I missed out on last week. I know I kind of bailed last minute. I just want to apologize to everybody. It was a kind of emergency, had to be taken care of real quick. Everything's cool. And we're back on, sometimes life, it comes at the worst possible time. So we're all good. So how'd you do for UFC Paris?
UFC Paris was awesome, man. I had to watch it in my car. I was going out of town. I was on about a 7-hour drive. But it was nice because I got to watch the whole thing. But yeah, man, it was awesome. Went 5-0 on my bets. Most of them were super easy. I hit 7.65 units. The only close one, I had the Helger under 2.5, and she got her out of there right at the end of the second, and it was pretty close back and forth fight. And then that Nasruddin-Imavov fight, because he looked great in them first 2 rounds, but man, Buckley was throwing heat in that third, and Imavov gassed a little bit. So yeah, man, but I really liked it. I really liked Robert Whittaker, looked really freaking good. Cyril Gane looked phenomenal. Just a pretty good card, man. It ended up being good and really good for betting. And I seen you killed it.
Yep. We have you and me. We both swept. So look at that.
Can't do much better than that.
And the best part was, I really thought that card was sketchy, and I was scared, and I was very careful with my betting, and it just so happened everything worked out accordingly. Yep. First time ever. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Yep. Congratulations, man. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's hard to do. It's really hard to do, especially in MMA betting, man.
Yeah, very hard. And I know a lot of our viewers and subscribers, they did well as well too. So everybody did good, I think. So that's always a good thing.
Hell yeah. That's all. Yeah. Our whole community won. That's good, man. I feel like the bookies, they got their money taken from the San Diego after UFC San Diego. I feel like this week, man, a lot of people cashed out. And then I couldn't get my hands on my over-under lines. I couldn't even go to the casino until today and get them. And I usually get them on Monday to Tuesday. And I think the casinos were holding them back this week to try to see where the line movement was going, because they can't afford to take another big loss like they did last week. So
no.
It's kind of hurting everybody's chance to get these lines, though.
Yep. Yeah, I always like to go on Twitter afterwards and see how everybody did, because there's a lot of people on there posting how well they did or how bad they did. But there was a lot of people that were like, hell yeah, I did this and this and this. You had your usual casual people not doing that great. But hey,
it
is what it
happens.
The whole thing.
Yeah, they took some risks or something. But it was
very bad bets, and they're just not very good at betting.
Yeah, right. Say they are. Some of them say they are, but
we don't say names here. All right, let's get to the chat here. CJP, what's up, man? He said, missed you last week, Johnny K. Glad you're back with my dude Cody. I'm glad as well. This is one of my favorite things to do every week. So looking forward to chatting up UFC with this strawberry swirl OG.
Sounds tasty.
Sounds delicious, and I don't know. I never had it. Sounds delicious though.
Got my mouth watering.
Nice. James and Amy, what's up? You said Cody and Johnny got the brooms out this week. Clean sweep. Great job, guys. Yeah, you did good as well, James. I think you said you went 11-1 on your picks, and you would have probably went 12-0, but you went Buckley instead of Imavov, because I think I don't remember what you said. Something about a last name. It was the same last name. I remember. Broke bets. Johnny, don't need that only hands money after last week. That is right.
That's the facts, man.
Yes.
Gotta get somehow.
Roland, what's up, man? He said, I read that as streaming with Blood Money or Blood Diamond. Okay. Dirty Reg, what's up? Hey, man, I picked a couple underdogs, so watch out. Watch out.
I've seen Dirty Reds giving you shit the other week.
It's fine. It's all good. I can finally get some clarity on this tough card to predict. Hey, guys, what's up, man?
Yep, what's up, Reg?
And Dirty Reg, Cody does not work tonight, so we're going to go maybe a little bit later than usual, so not super late, though.
Right, yep.
Let's see. Broke Native, what's up, man? You made it. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. If you're early, appreciate it. Early squad, always appreciate.
Yes, sir.
Dirty Reg, I fired up my parlay, including a college football game on my ticket.
Oh, man.
College football, you took 1.5 against my home state, Arkansas. So you took Cincinnati?
Oh, man.
I took Arkansas. I really liked Arkansas. I don't really college football that much, but I liked Arkansas a lot, man.
Betting college football is like betting Dana White Contender Series, man. The amateur stuff, bro. It's tough. It's fun, but it's tough.
It is fun, and like I don't really watch it as a lot of people do, but I think it's really easy to hit. You just have to know the teams and like the lines. Like you can kind of do it.
I used to love it when I bet pro in college, but like I don't bet any other sports because all my time goes in the UFC. I was gonna throw in a little football parlay this week, but
yeah,
I agree with you though. If you do watch it enough, you can do football. It's easier to pick. It ain't as fun though.
See, NFL is a little tricky sometimes, but I think college, like you kind of know the good teams, you know the shitty teams, you know the teams, and they're always consistent. And like I can kind of like watch them a little bit here and there and kind of get a little good read on them. But yeah, I know like one of the bets that I really liked last weekend was Arkansas -6.5. I'm like, all day, give it to me. Miguel, he made over 400 on the France card. Nicely done, sir. Guy versus Ty over 1.5. I like that. Wood and Jourdain over, and Whitaker and Mattori over. Yep, that was a perfect parlay, dude. I think I actually had all of those overs. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I killed. I went 4-0 on my over unders last week. I do good on my over unders. I'm gonna start playing more. I played a couple this week, man. I love it.
Remember when we were talking like back in the day? We're like, man, we need to work on our over under bets because we can't trust these judges anymore because we don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
And I think we're doing very good on our over unders now.
Oh, yeah. How many bets did you hit? Because you had more bets than me. You had like 6, 7.
I just did 6.
That's tough. That's a good win.
I usually do like 8, but I was like I said, it was a sketchy card, and I really didn't like feel super comfortable with doing more than that. So I was just like super safe, and I'm like, I like these. I'm not going to overstretch anything, and I just like I said, everything worked out finally the way it should.
Oh yeah, I had that Magomedov under, and that hit in like the 17 seconds. I had that Taha under. Yeah. And I thought Taha was going to get the knockout, but I also knew Quinones, if Taha couldn't, was dangerous too. So plus 170. I love that bet. Yeah.
Taha looked awful. I mean, I picked him and I'm like, woof, never again.
He didn't fight a good fight. That's for sure.
What's up, Effie? He said, won't be able to comment much. He's at work, but have a great show. Thanks for coming out at least. I appreciate it. And if you're listening, thanks again as well.
Yep. Thanks, Effie.
What's up? Cody has a better win than Blood Money. Yes, he does.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
Sure.
Maybe even more.
Yeah.
Effie said SEC was easy money last week. Yeah. I mean,
I see Effie's good at betting college. He's good at betting football on that.
Yep. That's why I asked him in the chat. I'm like, hey, bro, what do you like?
Yeah. And follow his channel for that too, because I believe he take any action on any sport. So check him out for his football.
His college football for sure. Definitely check him out and subscribe. He knows his UFC as well.
Definitely.
Get him. The Burns, thanks for coming out. He said, basically spent 2 months traveling with the military to 3 different bases where you can't bet online. Good to be back. Yeah, that'd be tough if you can't bet, but
definitely
appreciate you serving as well. That's
definitely serving and showing up here, man. Yes. Thanks the Burns.
Thank you,
and a great nickname, a great name too.
Yes. Fisherman, what's up, homies? What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Over unders always hit. Yep.
Every time.
We as a community of our little group, we need to figure out the over unders. I think this is where we can make the most money on. We don't have to worry about the judges and this and that.
50% of the time, they hit 100% of the time.
Love it. Love it. All right. And then Miguel said, do you guys think Chimaev Diaz goes over 1.5? We'll get to it, but I'll give you a little tip of mine. Yes, I do. I really think it does.
It's going to be close. It's going to be right there at the edge of it, I think.
Yeah, it might be one of those, like my last Dana White Contender Series bet. I bet the under in the main event, and I was like a minute off. It was like a minute after the 1.5 rounds. I'm like,
oh yeah, last night.
Yeah, I had the right read. I'm like, it was so close. I'm okay with losing that. That's fine, because to me, like I had it, but it just didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was close a couple times.
Yep. Yeah, in the first round, it was crazy. Like both guys could have had a finish, but they didn't get it. So I was like, that's all right.
Yep.
All right, let's jump into the first fight of the night. Which will be Darren Weeks versus Johan Leonesi. Who do you got here?
In this fight, I'm taking Johan Lioness. I actually like Weeks is on short notice. I like Johan. I like his power. He throws some powerful strikes, powerful leg kicks. Weeks has been susceptible to them. I've seen against Barberina was tearing his leg up. Ian Gary was tearing his leg up. I think that Lioness can have some success for that. Weeks is low output and he doesn't push like a hard pace, so it's not like Gabe Green. I don't see Lioness getting gassed out in this one as quick as he did with Green, because they were going back and forth having a war. And Weeks he's low output, will fight a slower pace fight, stand up fight. I think it should be a close fight. I think Johan wins them first 2 rounds, and then the third round's kind of close. But I'm going to take Lioness. I actually like him by decision. I wanted to bet the over is plus 115. I wanted to bet it so bad, but I already had a couple underdog plays in. I didn't want to have too many bets in, but I like Lioness in the over in this one.
Nice. Yeah, I like Johan here as well. I think he's the more dangerous fighter, if you want to say. He's got more power in his hands. He does have some sneaky submissions too. He's not a grappler, but he can do like a guillotine or like a Darce choke if he gets in that opportunity, or a rear naked choke, if you want to say. I personally like the fight doesn't go the distance. I don't know what the line is yet. I don't think it's out. But if it's a pretty decent one, I might put that in a parlay. I like Johan to get a knockout, maybe in the late first or early second, but I can see a decision. And like you said, I don't think he's going to gas out like his last fight with Gabe Green, because he almost had that knockout in the first round. And I think he kind of just went all out and tried to get it, and that gassed him out. But I'm hoping he at least has 2 good rounds of cardio in him if he paces himself correctly. And if that's the case, if he doesn't get the knockout, I think he can still win a decision. I don't see Weeks finishing him unless it's like a weird 3rd round knockout when he's completely gassed. So
right. And Johan, he's been to decision twice in his career in his 8 fights. So I mean, he doesn't really gas as bad as it looked. And he was, like you said, he was looking good. I believe when he dropped Gabe Green, that was in the 2nd round. He came out and still had a little bit of power in the 2nd round. I had bet Gabe Green, and he dropped him and almost put him out. And that's super hard to do with Gabe Green. Yeah. But like you said, I think he gassed himself a little bit doing that. Yeah. Darian Weeks had what was it? He has 26 fights, including his amateur and pro, and he's never been finished. So I don't. That's the only reason why I'm thinking he can survive. Like I bet the over in the Weeks versus Ian Gary, and that went over pretty easy. I just think that Weeks, the way he fights, he's low output and he's pretty defensively sound. So I think that this goes over unless Johan catches him, because like I said, I don't really see Weeks finishing him, even if Johan gasses a little bit. Weeks don't hit as hard as Gabe Green in that. So.
True. I was gonna say, do you think Johan has more power than Ian Gary? What do you think about that?
He has more power in his looping punches, but he's not as accurate. So Ian Gary could hit you with a little less power, but hit you directly on the chin.
He's more technical, and he's more straight.
And Ian Gary's more faster. Catch you off guard, hit you, and drop you, and But natural power, probably. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like Johan no matter what. I just said maybe like 2nd round knockout or something.
And I was close to betting him. I was so close to betting him.
Yeah, I was thinking about it too, but I'm just not super confident in him.
I don't want to see what happened against Gabe Green start happening and me be like,
that's the thing that kind of threw me off a bit. Let's see here. Brooke Bet said, I ran stats for my bets, and round betting is our highest earning category for over-unders. Yeah.
Well.
Turpop Turpa, sorry. Go on to Sloppy. I bet him last time. Y'all crazy. Hey, we're crazy. CJP, I'm going for weeks. Dude is a sneaky fighter and falls under the radar a bit. No bets on this fight. Yeah, he's a good, solid fighter. Like he doesn't do anything amazing, but he's not really bad at anything either.
No, he's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. But it's like there's nothing, like you said, that like makes me go, all right, he's going to do this to him, and then he's going to get him out of there with this, or he's going to dominate him with this. I just think it's going to be a real close fight, back and forth. Okay. Another thing why I was thinking the over too is because maybe Johan, paces himself a little more because he never wants that fucking feeling of feeling gassed out again. So you know what I mean? What do you do to fix that? Just get a better pace and, pick your shots better and stuff. So don't throw power. But I don't know. That just might be his fighting style, and he can't change that. So
true. Yeah, this is a big test. Not a big test, but this is another thing that we can see with Johan. I mean, we only seen him, I think, in the Dana White Contender Series. He got that first round knockout.
Yeah,
and he got gassed out in the first round in his last fight, and then we'll see what happens here. So we haven't really seen him past the second or round and a half, if you want to say.
Yeah, he's got 2 decision wins though.
Okay,
in his career, but I mean, they're probably not over Darian Weeks type, but
true. Dirty Red says fight not to go around minus 185. That's not a bad play. I kind of like that, but I can see your point as well, so I might stay away. I did like that though at first, but now you're like scaring me off. But in a good way.
Yeah, I wanted to bet that the over bad. Like I had it circled, wrote down, took it there, but I had too many bets as
well.
Well, I had a better spot. I think I found 2 better spots that I really like.
Dirty Red said, no matter the fighters, I do tend to go the favorite in the curtain jerker. Yeah, like if it's really close, I can see that.
Right.
2Bud212 said 100% well said, and he said 1 round, only spend what you can, and round bets the way. Yep.
Yeah,
I think the over under or like fight to start round 2 or 3. I like those bets like a lot.
Right.
Pink Freud said, I'm not sure Johan can win fights if he paces himself.
Right.
Yep. Like you said, he did win 2 decisions, so it's not like he's never been to the judges. So,
right.
We'll see if it happens here. We don't know yet. He's kind of still new, so
yeah.
Go with your heart, not. I don't know what that little thing is. I like to go with my gut, if that's what you mean.
Right.
Patrick, what's up, man? He said, my boys, what up? A super odd card this weekend, but I'm geeked for it. Actually, I am as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty decent one. The prelims are a little sketchy, I will say, but main card is going to be pretty decent. I like it a lot.
Yep. And Patrick, dude, we got the GOAT squad in here. We got Patrick, we got Broke Bets, we got Addicted to Combat, and us too. We all 4 went undefeated this weekend.
Yes, we did.
That's pretty good chat and talk. And Patrick's going to be on with Uncle Weezy right after our show on his show. He's going live with Weezy, so everybody go check that out.
Definitely check out his show. Comes up at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern as well.
And I think I'm going to do a show. I mean, I know as long as he gets me on, I'm going to do a show with him next week too for UFC. I don't even know what that one's called. Where is
60? Is it 60?
Is it a Vegas Apex card?
I think it might be.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah, and then also Patrick and Effie are going to be on for our pay-per-view Saturday 2 hours before the fights. If you guys are bored and looking for something to do, we'll be on live again, all 4 of us. We might get one more person. We don't know yet, but if not, it'll be at least us 4. You can watch all 4 of our little heads just talk about what bets we like and any angles that we see and all that stuff.
There's going to be some giveaways too on this one.
And giveaways. Look at that. Stuff. And giveaways. There we go.
Show up, have your MMA trivia knowledge with you, and might be able to win some nice prizes.
I like it. Nand Patel said, Chimaev KO, Almeida, Alatang parlay. I like it a lot. I don't know if you do, Cody, but I like it a lot.
Not that Alatang, man. Not that highly terrible.
Yeah. I think we'll get to that. All right, we'll get to that. Fisherman said, are you guys planning to do a live stream during some events in the future? During the events, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe 280 might run a little bit into the event or something. When our pre-show for that, it's going to be awesome.
280 is going to be fire, guys. Like I'm already jacked for it. Already jacked. I got a shirt. Let's go.
Dude, I think I'm going to get me a shirt too.
Like I am 100% ready to go. All right, we'll move on to the next one here, to one of the best fights of the night. It's Elise Reed versus Melissa Martinez. Yeah, I'm gonna start this off, and I'm gonna say Melissa Martinez wins this one. I am not a fan of Elise Reed. I don't think she's great at all. I don't think she should be in the UFC. She has okay striking. She has zero ground game. She doesn't have great takedown defense. And she's on her back. She's got nothing, not even great defense when she's on her back. And not to say that Martinez will use her wrestling, because she's more of a striker, I believe. But she does have some ground and pound knockouts that I saw in her career. So she might take this to the mat. I think that'll be the easiest way possible for her to win this fight. And yeah, I like Martinez. I know she hasn't fought in 2.5 years. She's still young, so maybe she was training. Maybe something happened, maybe injuries. I don't know. I don't go really in the depth with that. But it's always a little red flag for me if I see anything more than like a year away.
Right.
But I think Melissa Martinez can win this one easily. If she doesn't have the worst fight IQ in the UFC and Elise is like right there with the worst, she's gonna win this fight. So I got Martinez winning this one by decision.
Right. I thought I was gonna pick that. But after like putting everything together, I'm actually going with Elise Reed. She's got good taekwondo. The girl Melissa Martinez is good in Mexico. She's got wins, but all her wins are kind of low level girls. She's a kickboxer. Like she likes to box really. And then she's got good kicks. She uses a lot of kicks too, but she's definitely not going to use no wrestling here. And Elise Reed's like, she's got way better level of competition. She's got a win over Jazz Dervicius outside of the UFC. She's got that win over Corey McKenna. Like she's just good. Not that I would bet this fight in any way, you know what I mean? And I'm not like confident at all, but I've seen more out of her. And if it's just going to be a straight striking match, it's going to be a really good fight. Both these girls got really good striking, to be honest. I think that Martinez has a little more power, but just with her almost not fighting in almost 3 years, her competition, level competition, all that, man, it's just red flags. But I would stay away from this anyways. But I'm picking on Tapology. I'll be picking Elise Reed by decision.
Right on. And like, I don't judge anybody for picking Elise Reed here. I mean, Melissa Martinez is kind of an unknown. I'm not betting this fight. I'm not even going to bet the over because I can see a finish because this is such a low level women's MMA fight. Right. You don't know. It's not even worth betting at all. There's no angles unless you want to do like fight to start round 2. I can guarantee you this fight will start round 2, but I'm sure you're going to pay like minus 800 for that.
Right. And like you said, that's why to stay away too, because Melissa Martinez come out and look like a savage. She was already good and she hasn't fought. Maybe like you said, I'm sure she was training this whole time and could come back looking great. So
yeah, and she's 25. So like she's super young. Like she can, who knows what she was doing in those 2.5 years. So
right. So yeah, this is a lot of questions.
I would suggest not betting it. But I know there's people out there that love it. So
get a little action on every fight.
Good luck. CJP said, no bets in this fight at all. Lower level women's MMA, so stay away 100%.
Carlos is right.
Our motto on the show. Low level women's MMA, you stay away.
Just pass.
Just maybe get up and go smoke, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, get something to eat. Don't worry about it. Take some time. Make your heart rest a little bit for your upcoming bets. You don't have to get any bets in every fight. I mean, I used to do that. I liked it, but then I realized it's stupid, so don't do it.
Yeah, because then you're just betting a bet. You know what I mean? Or you're gambling instead of betting. Like that's what I like to say. When I make my bets, dude, I go, these are the bets I like. If you're betting live and you're doing this and that, it's more gambling. No reason. But I would want to bet on it. I love bet. If I don't have that much, that's another thing. So they changed the fights around on UFC Paris. So when I was driving up there at first, it said my 5 bets were going to be in the first 7 fights. So I wasn't going to have no fights for like the last 5 or 6. So I put in a DraftKings for $33 and I ended up winning the contest. It was a captain's mode. There was only 35 people in it, but I won $275 for that too. Nice. I don't ever even play DraftKings, but did that just like I said to have something to watch for the fights I didn't have any action.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Real News? He's here. He's here in the building. Martinez seems to have won some sort of gold in kickboxing at Waco World Association Kickboxing Organization or something like that.
Yeah, world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Elise Reed taking this to the ground either. So if Martinez doesn't want to use her wrestling or anything like that, it's going to be a stand-up war. And like I said, I mean, you're just rolling
either way.
You're rolling here. But if Martinez can go, if she has some takedown ability, she can. Oh,
I'm sorry. Broke bets, guys.
Said no takedowns equals the over 98% of the time in women's MMA. That's a good. I mean, if that's true, that's a very good stat. I don't know if it is or not, but I like it. Turpa said, "I'd probably fade Reed if anything." Honestly, I think that's what I'm doing more so is fading Reed because I've seen her very poor fight IQ in the UFC, and there's not a lot of film on Martinez other than like the regional scenes. So you don't know what she's gonna do in this. Like it's all new. So this is why another prime example of just staying away from this fight.
Yes, for sure.
And Brokebet said Clint is about to put 50 units on Reed.
Reed by first round KO. Possibly.
Oh, he's so bad. All right, let's move on to the next one here. We got Chad and Helger versus Haley Elatang. Who do you have? I already know.
Me, man, I'm taking Chad and Helger, man. I like him. I like his speed. I think he can make this fight look a lot like Haley Elatang versus Casey Kenny, where Casey Kenny was able to pick him apart with good good footwork, good movement, speed. Haley Elatang's really slow to me, man. I watched him a lot. I watched a lot of tape on him. He doesn't. I mean, he's not. He looks. People may be betting him thinking he's a KO guy, but he's not a KO guy. He KO'd Kevin Kroom, but he really don't. I mean, he went split decision with Ryan Benoit. That's a red flag. You know what I mean? He went to that draw with Gustavo Lopez, which he could have won that if he wouldn't have grabbed the fence. But if he didn't grab the fence, he might have got beaten up. I don't know. But Helger, dude, 10 fight win streak. He's finished 8 of them 10. Super tough, super well rounded. I think the dude that was on the Dana White Contender Series that he beat would beat Haley Elatang, and that dude was super good, man. But I just think his speed advantage is going to help. I don't think Haley Elatang is going to wrestle Helger. If you watch like on his Contender Series and stuff, he's got good offensive and defensive wrestling, good jiu-jitsu. He throws up arm bars and stuff. But I really think that he's going to be able to land the bigger shots here. Like he's got good footwork, good movement. He's going to be moving around when Haley Elatang comes in throwing his big wide punches like he does. I think Helger's got really good knees in the clinch. I think he'll be able to clinch him up, hit him with some knees, circle out, move around, hit him with some big punches. And Helger's got real power in his punches too. And Haley Elatang's been finished. I believe he's been finished 4 times. And Helger has only been finished by submission. All of his losses are by submission, I'm pretty sure. And that was all back in he hasn't lost since 2014. And Haley Elatang ain't submitting anybody. So I really do think that the speed is going to kill here, man. Elatang is just so slow. Like Casey Kenny, they stayed standing the whole time, and Kenny landed like 110 significant strikes to 50. Just standing, like, you know what I mean? It should be, if you get hit, you're firing back, but he's too slow to fire back and connect. So I really like Helger here as an underdog. I got him at kind of a bad line, not bad line, plus 125. He's like plus 140 now. But if you watch Haley Elatang, his only decent win in the UFC is over a Denal Bakhtarov, and that was like a close fight that could have went either way. And Denal might not even be all that good. You know what I mean?
True. So, yeah, we've seen him kind of fade, if you want to say.
And Helger's got a win over Brady Heastan too. That the dude from the Ultimate Fighter I thought he beat Ricky Turcios. I thought he won it, but yeah, man, I like Helger here. I'm not impressed with Haley Elatang. I haven't watched one fight and been impressed with him other than the win over Kevin Kroom, but he had dropped down a weight class, and a lot of these dudes like Dan Hooker, they drop down a weight class and they have no chin. You know what I mean? Dan Hooker is usually one of the toughest guys in the world. He drops down a weight class, can't take 2 punches from Arnold Allen. So, yeah. But yeah, man, give me Helger as the dog, and I got a bet on him. I got 1.3 units to win 1.35 units to win 1.7 or 1.8 units off the low.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going the opposite here, and I was going a little bit back and forth here, but my gut was like, you know what? I do think Elatang has a little bit more power than Helger. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm the best watching tape, but I like what I've seen from him. I know his Casey Kenny fight, he lost. Obviously, he lost by unanimous decision. But Kroom, I mean, that was a quick KO. But he can use his wrestling. He has averaged a little under 2 takedowns per 15, so he can do it. I think that's the way he could win this fight because and Helger's takedown defense isn't the greatest. Is that 52%. So if he even just implements a little bit of takedowns, I think he'll have the advantage in this fight. Now, if he doesn't, that's where I think Helger can take over the fight as with everything that you said. With his speed, he's going to be the shorter length, maybe by a couple inches, I believe.
He's 1 inch taller, Chad is, but Holly Alatang has 2.5 inches of reach.
Okay,
so
2.5. So
pretty good.
And yeah, so if on the feet, maybe I would lean a little bit in Helger, but like overall, I just like Alatang's game a little bit more. And this is going to be a close fight. I'm not saying this is going to be like a no-brainer 30-27 or a knockout by anybody, but just going with the film that I watch, I like Alatang. I'm probably on an island here, but that's totally cool. I'm okay with it. But I did place him in a parlay because, like I said, I go with my gut a lot. It might be weird, and something's telling me
what
like
you're supposed to do. That's good.
It's telling me like Alatang, like it's gonna be close. I don't think he's gonna like dominate this fight one bit, but I know, like I think it was maybe UFC San Diego. Like the only bet that I won in that card was like the riskiest parlay. And I was like, I'm not very comfortable with this one. I'm not very comfortable with this, and they both won, and everyone else lost. So I'm like, well, you got to go with your gut because who knows?
I got one of them later on. We'll get to, and
okay.
It's the exact same thing, dude. I only wanted 5 bets, and it's just like you said, dude. I put this 6th one in, excuse me, because I really, really like my gut was like, dude, put that in. Like,
well, and then last week with UFC Paris, like I didn't bet Wood, and I'm like, my gut's like, you have to bet Wood. You have to bet Wood. You have to bet Wood, and I'm like, finally, I saw the Wood line going back up, and I'm like, 125 plus 125. I got to do it. I can't. Like, there's just no way.
Yeah, I wish I would. I picked Wood too. I wish I would have bet him, but I seen that you put that in towards the end, man. You got that good money. You're like, I had to do this.
Last bet, yeah.
That's what you do, man. You got to go with your gut, and if it's saying, dude, do this, do it.
I mean, I'd rather lose a bet that my gut says than not place it and just be mad if it wins it.
Right, or just lose a bet that's like you put in the 2 big favorites and put it on this. Like, I do that. I got one on this card with 3 big favorites because I really think they dog walk their people.
Yeah.
But
CJP said, and Helger, guys, don't sleep on this fight. He's the dog and a real good one. Do your research. I got him at plus 115. Yeah, he's a live dog for sure, 100%. This should be closer to a pick 'em, I will say.
Right. When I got him at plus 125, I thought that that he was going to end up being like minus 140. You know, just the speed, dude. It's the thing for me is the speed because they both got good power. You know, if either one of them connects on each other, definitely there could be some good damage. But I feel like Alatang is so slow, dude. He's like a little muscular, but like,
yeah, that's what I'm wondering if he not like a wrestle heavy game plan, but if he just implements a couple takedowns here and there.
He slows down too, dude. Your Alatang slows down. That's why Gustavo Lopez started taking him down in the 3rd round and stuff. And that's how he got that draw. He won that 3rd round. And I believe it was the second. It was in the 2nd or the 3rd when he stopped the takedown from grabbing the cage. That's why the ref took the point away. But yeah, man, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight.
It's going to be a good fight. Yeah, for the prelims, I think this is the best prelim fight on the card of the prelims. I think, well, maybe not the very last prelim fight, but the majority of the prelim fights, like this is a good one to start the night off.
Right.
Nick, he said, and Helger plus 140, and I'll sprinkle the KO. I like it.
I like that. Yep. He's tough, dude. He hits hard, man. He hits hard. Like he won that Dana White Contender Series fight by like dropping that dude. That I believe the dude was Russian. I mean, he has a Russian name, but that dude is tough, man. He's like 17 or 18-4 now, and I think that dude would be able to beat down Holly Alatang, honestly.
Well, another thing too, he's younger. I mean, I know Chad's on the good 10 fight win streak and stuff like that, but like, who knows? You never know with the older fighters. Like, it could be that one fight he's looks really bad. Who knows?
I think he's like almost 36.
Yeah. So who knows? It's going to be a great fight either way, but
Definitely.
we'll see what happens here. All right, we'll move on up to the next one. Let's see. Let me get to the. Man, I'm way out of here. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Norma Dumont versus Danielle Wolf. Who do you got here?
I got Dumont, man. As long as she uses her fight IQ, she's gonna, clinch up against the cage and try to land some takedowns and at least get to that second round. Because if she's stupid, dude, and plays the boxing game, the range game with Danielle Wolf, she could get knocked out easily. You've seen Megan Anderson was able to knock her out with one shot, pretty much like KO her all the way with one shot. And this Danielle Wolf girl hits pretty hard. She was hitting that Tanisha Tennant girl pretty hard on Dana White Contender Series. And some of them punches, like I already had my parlay and I was rewatching it, man. Some of them punches may be able to hurt Dumont that Tanisha Tennant was taken. So Dumont needs to be smart in this fight and go out and use her full MMA skills and take her down, get on top, and get that rear naked choke. I got Dumont in a parlay with the two other with Kamzat and Liang. But I wanted to bet the under in this fight. It's like plus 200, and it's a tale. You got a striker that has good power versus a grappler, with good striking. So I think that Dumont's going to have to try to impose her game, which is going to be taking her down. And if Dumont can get her down once or twice, I feel like she should be able to get a rear naked choke on something. This girl's a 38-year-old, almost 39-year-old professional boxer. You know what I mean? Even if she's been doing MMA, she hasn't fought in almost 2 years. Even if she's been doing MMA for 4 years, her game's not going to be what Norma Dumont's is. But if Norma Dumont can't take her down and just have to stand with her, I could see her getting finished, man, because like her boxing isn't all that great. And she's taking some shots. Like I said, the Megan Anderson fight really kind of scared me. So I got Norma Dumont. And like I said, I like the under. I think either one of the other's game is going to work. If Dumont has to stay standing, I think that she could get finished. If she gets it to the ground, I think she finishes Danielle Wolf on the ground. The girl's 1-0, a professional boxer. Her jiu-jitsu cannot be that good. So, and Dumont is really bottom heavy. So I feel like if she gets on top, Wolf ain't getting her off. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going with Dumont here, but I'm going with the exact opposite reason. I think this fight's going to decision. I don't think both these fighters have a lot of finishing ability, if you want to say. If she does use her grappling, which we don't know if Norma will, because I think her fight IQ is not the greatest either.
It's bad news.
It is. So, and we saw in her last fight against Macy. Macy doesn't have the greatest either, but she just like accepted being pressed against the cage. And like, I know Norma's stronger than that. Like, trust me, she has to be. And she just let it happen, and she lost that because of that. And that kind of scares me. Like I said, but with Wolf, she's only had one pro fight. She's a boxer. She doesn't have a great ground game. And she's going to be a little bit bigger than Norma, like taller and a little bit more length, or reach, I should say.
Right.
So that may play a part with Norma trying to go for takedowns too. Because this is such a low-level women's MMA fight. I'll say it right now. And it's hard to bet one way or another. But I'm going to go with the UFC experience with Norma. I really, really, really like the over 2.5 here. I don't think it gets to the ground. I think it stays on the feet. There might be some clinched positions. Maybe Norma can get her up against the cage. But I just don't see her going for her wrestling. Her fight IQ is bad.
So. Norma had a couple of takedowns on Macy Chiasson, but like Chiasson, because Chiasson kept trying to take her down, and Norma would hip toss her down, but then Chiasson was getting some nice sweeps. She had like two really nice sweeps on her. But I mean, this girl, dude, Norma Dumont, better take this girl down. I think she should be able to have she should be like, her wrestling's not bad because she was able to defend all them takedowns from Felicia Spencer. Felicia Spencer is a big 145er with pretty good wrestling, and Norma was able to beat her and defend them takedowns. But dude, from what I've seen, man, like I said, if she doesn't try to wrestle, it's going to be scary because watch that Megan Anderson fight. Megan Anderson hit her with one fucking shot, and because Norma Dumont went out there, she landed a takedown on Megan, but Megan Anderson was able to get throw up some little arm bars and get up, and then when she got up, she hit her with one big shot. So I think Norma, Because, dude, Danielle Wolf's a big physical girl. She's like fucking 6 foot or some shit, ain't she?
No,
with with 74 inch. I know she's got like a 70-inch reach.
70-inch reach.
Yeah,
yes, she's 5'11", so she's close.
5'11",
80-inch reach.
That's a big girl, dude.
Is 5'7" with a 67-inch reach.
And Wolf is like really athletic. You know what I mean? She's and she's explosive and stuff. So man, she was fucking hitting that Tanisha Tennant with big shots in that first round, dude. Like big shots. So
do you think Wolf has more power than Megan Anderson or Megan?
I mean, I would say around the same.
Okay.
I would say because Megan Anderson had good boxing, but I liked her kicks better than her punches.
Yeah.
So, but
the one
Wolf,
thing
I would say about the same. They're both about the same size girl and throw in some heat. That's why I mean, like I said, man, that fight kind of worries me. That's why
I think with the fights that I watched recently, I don't go back and watch like every fight early on, but like the last few. The one good thing I can say about Norma that she does do, like her striking defense is pretty solid, but she's just very low volume for me, like Norma is. So, but her striking, like she doesn't like to get hit like in a good way. Like she'll move and like stuff, but she won't like counter. She's not a good counter puncher. She likes to push forward and use her jab, but when she doesn't, like she'll move, she'll be defensive if you want to say. So that's why I kind of like the over more. That's just me. Like I said, I have a bet on the over with the parlay with another one later on, but I just don't think these two fighters have a lot of finishing ability. I mean, I could see a finish maybe, but
I mean, I think Dumont's like a brown belt in jiu-jitsu though, and I guarantee Wolf ain't shit. She probably like.
But she has to use her wrestling.
Right. I hope like that should be her whole game plan though, like because she don't really kick too much. So if you're gonna be standing with that girl, you're gonna be boxing with her the whole time. And that girl's got like 42 professional boxing matches. She's more fast, more explosive, and hits harder than Dumont. So Dumont better get this thing on the cage quick and get them takedowns.
See, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know if she'll go for takedowns, but I can see her doing more of a clinch than anything. Right. And she does. I think she has a better clinch game than a ground game. So she might go to that instead and just push her up against the cage and use her knees and elbows whenever she gets in trouble or if she gets too close and she doesn't want to, get knocked out or whatever.
Right.
We'll see. I mean, this is low level. We already been through it. We all
crazy weird level. Like
you can't like. I mean, this
1-0.
With this fight, though, 1-0 exactly. With this one, though, I feel more comfortable betting the over. That's the only thing that I would do. Then, like the Reed Martinez fight, like anything could happen in that fight. Like I just feel more comfortable with. Like you even think the under would work. So like even like you and me have like we think at least something can happen. That's why we have our bets. Do you have a bet on this or no?
I got Dumont with Hamza and Jing Liang.
Gotcha. I thought you had the under. Okay, but you like the under.
No, I really like the under, man. I think it's a tale of two tapes. I think if one person's shit, if that girl's boxing don't work and Dumont gets her down, I think it's going to be over. And I think if Dumont's wrestling don't work, that Wolf may be able to piece her up, dude.
Yeah. Sophie, what's up? She said over 1.5 rounds. I like 1.5 that's almost a guarantee. 100%. Yeah, I like that a lot. Nick said, I love the under 2.5 and fight doesn't go the distance plus 150. Okay.
My man, Nick.
Sophie said Dumont doesn't go for takedowns. Yeah, I don't see her going for a lot of takedowns.
She got some takedowns in her career.
Well, not lately. BCS Express, what's up? Thanks for coming out.
What's up, man?
BCS agrees with Johnny on the Dumont Wolf over. Okay, so we got a little split here in the chat. Looks like a little bit. Yeah. Dumont is way too low volume and Wolf is strong. That's how I'm seeing. Dumont is low volume, which is scary. That's why I didn't do the money line bet on her, which I do like her to win, but I like the over a little bit more and you get a little bit better price tag. My parlay bets. What's up? Thanks for coming out. Real news. The minus 2.5 is tempting to me. Is that for like? I don't know how that works too much.
What's that?
The minus 2.5. Is that minus 2.5 rounds?
I think you're saying under 2.
Oh, okay. Got it. I think that could be true. I can see that. Yeah. Sophie thinks Megan has more power. I could see it. Yeah.
Big, thick girl.
I think she might be bigger than Wolf. Yeah. My parlay bet said my big deal. I went 5 for 5 for Dana White. Nice.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
That was a fun night. Did you watch any of that, Cody?
Yeah, I watched it.
Right.
Yep.
I thought it was really fun. It was a good show again.
Yeah. Yep. I watched it last night right after I did my my breakdown.
Nice. Dirty Red said the fact of the matter is one pro fight MMA fighter is taking on the number 2 or 3 women's featherweight with multiple pro fights. I got to side Norma. That's what I was thinking. For picks related, 100% like Norma. I can't pick Wolf. Like, even if I liked her, like one pro fight, come on.
Right.
Sophie said it should be Dumont game plan, but it won't be. She has bad fight IQ. That's the thing. Like, it's a little bit sketchy.
I hope not.
M. Dot said, I know JohnnyKpicks shows his bet slips, but does Blood Money MMA show his bet slips to many cappers not showing their bet slips? Blood Money does show his bet slips. Is on Instagram. Go follow him right now. He has like 1,500 subscribers. Followers.
Big bets.
He's a big time bettor. He does not shy away. He is the man.
That's the name of my game. I started that. My whole channel, my whole thing was to prove it. I'm good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like showing my bet slips too. Like, I want to show everybody like this.
Yep, is what
I'm not telling you and not showing.
Right.
Like, I can post that on Twitter all day, like a lot of people do, but showing the slips or even like a screenshot if you're online
shows that you made the bet instead of just talking about like it.
The thing about it is, like, it doesn't matter how much you bet. It just show that you made the bet. Like,
right. You have faith in what you're exactly.
It doesn't matter how much you bet.
And it's also showing, your results, and you do good. Sweeping.
Yep. RJ said no bets on low-level women's MMA. Cody already went through this.
I know. I feel it. I know.
M. Dot said he's going to follow you, so we got you a follower there.
Thank you, M. Dot. That's awesome.
Make sure you subscribe to Cody if you haven't too on YouTube. CJP, Blood Money for a reason. There we go. Blood Money. There we go. All right, let's move on to the next one here. We spent too much time on this one. Let's go to the people's main event of Jake Collier versus Chris Barnett. I'll start this one out. I like Collier here. I know it's kind of a low-level heavyweight fight, but I think Collier is better everywhere. I think he's got the better striking. I think I don't know about the power. Maybe the power he has a little bit less, but I think he's got better grappling, better wrestling. I think he's a little bit quicker with his strikes. He's more technical. He used to be a middleweight. If you ever see like his photo transitions from middleweight to now, it's great. I love it. I love because for my videos, I have to get pictures and I always see it. I always giggle. I'm like, middleweight, he's so big now.
He used to have abs, dude.
Yeah, but both these guys are pretty athletic. I'll give him that. But I mean, Collier's gonna be bigger. He's gonna be taller. He's gonna have the little bit more reach advantage as well. I just think Barnett's not that great. He got that spinning, back kick or whatever, or spinning wheel kick against Villante, but he's not that great either. I think Collier should win this one. I like the over or a fight to go the distance in this one. I don't think there's not going to be a finish. I don't think that unless Collier gets this fight to the ground, maybe a submission, because Ben Rothwell did submit Barnett, so it can happen.
Yeah.
No bet on this fight though. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't have any bets on this fight, but I do like Collier. I like him. I mean, dude, Barnett's just too small, man. He's 5'9" with the 79-inch reach. He's going to be 6 inches shorter in that 3.5-inch reach, dude. That's huge. And
yeah, that's huge.
Collier has better boxing. He probably has better kicks other than a spinning kick. You know what I mean? But Collier, like you said, since he used to be a middleweight, he's got really good movement, and he throws fast kicks and punches. He slows down a little bit, like he did against Carlos Felipe a little bit, but and a couple other fights, Arlovski a little bit, but he still fights tough. You know what I mean? He don't just like give up, go like up against the cage and Yeah, man, I see him. I see him winning. Maybe a third round finish. If he uses his wrestling, I think he can get Barnett out of there because Collier's wrestling isn't terrible. And you've seen when he gets on top, dude, he's so heavy. You're not getting that dude off you, dude. Chase Sherman like almost died underneath that guy. So, unless Barnett's just got a crazy puncher's chance, like crazy punch or crazy kick. And I really don't get. Collier's got a pretty good chin. He got knocked out by Aspinall, but. That was, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And that he hadn't fought for a couple years. So give me Collier and either by decision or third round finish. If he uses his wrestling, gasses out Barnett. Barnett slows way down, dude, by the second and third round, especially if you're pushing a pace on him. I mean, Collier pushes a good pace. So yeah, man, give me Collier either by decision or third round finish.
Yeah, I like it. Ice Vikings in the chat. What's up, man? He said, "What's up, gang? Jumping in here late. I took a shot on Helger too at plus 162. That's a good line.
That's a great line.
Another good weekend. Let's get it. Yes, indeed." The Burn said 2 heavyweights that should be middleweights. 100% they should.
Hey, definitely, yes.
Nick said low level fat ass. Right. Otherwise terrible for betting. Yeah. I am not laying a minus 400 on Jake Collier. I don't care who he's fighting.
Right.
I can't do it. Sorry, guys.
You're right.
CJP said, "Fuck it, I'm going for Barnett, but definitely fight because anything can happen." Yeah, and
definitely
it is a low level heavyweight fight. Anything can happen. You're right.
And should Collier be minus 400 over anybody in the UFC?
No,
besides Hunsucker. Definitely Hunsucker, but
yeah, I can see that. Maybe what about Alan Boudreaux?
I mean, I would see him being, because
he survived at least one round, right? You think Collier was him?
Which Boudreaux? The Boudreaux who goes 3 hard rounds with Parker Porter, or the Boudreaux that can't go 30 seconds with Josh freaking Parisian?
I'm so mad. I'm so mad about that bet. I still wanted to see Boudreaux versus Vandera. I really did. It would. My heart would be so happy if that happened.
Yeah.
But he's gone. Boudreaux's gone. Vandera's still around. Dirty Red said Barnett fought Rothwell. He'll be happy to see Collier, someone around his size. I do like Collier here. I'm not trusting Barnett's cardio at all. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
CJP betting the over 2.5. I like that a lot. I mean, there's going to be a finish. I think it's going to be a third round.
Yeah.
Ice Viking. If Barnett loses, maybe he can go back and make more Jack movies. I like it. Collier can throw heat to me. There we go.
His hands are good, dude.
Yeah, he's got good hands. I just don't think he has that like one punch knockout power. He needs to piece you up for a bit, and then he can get you out of it.
Right.
That's just me. From what I saw. But all right, we'll move on up to the next one here, which will be another great fight. Jamie Pickett versus Dennis Lillian. Who do you like?
I'm taking Jamie Pickett by a third round finish, actually. I think he can get this guy out of here in the third round. They're both terrible. I wanted to bet Jamie Pickett. I when it first came out, I seen the line. I was going to go bet Jamie Pickett big, and I did. I was on the week before, so I started doing that tape. So I checked that fight. And I'm like, dude, he's fucking terrible. They're both terrible, but Jamie Pickett has a better gas tank. So I'm gonna take him by decision, but no faith, no bet, no nothing on this. This is a low level men's fight.
Yes, very low level. Exactly the same thing I was thinking. I'm going with Pickett as well. The only round that I would be scared would be the first for Pickett. If he can survive the first round, I think he can out cardio Dennis, if you want to say.
Right. And Pickett's pretty durable. He's only been knocked out the one time, and that was by Jordan Wright.
The only thing that Pickett would be susceptible to would be a submission, but Dennis is not a grappler. He doesn't really have submissions. He's a striker.
He gets submitted.
Yeah, exactly. So you can take that off the board here. So that's why I like Pickett here. I think he can outstrike him to 3 rounds and win a decision. I said by decision. I think it'll go to the judges. He might lose the first, but I think he'll definitely win the second and third for sure. Not betting it. I'm not betting the over. I'm not betting none of this. I don't like it. I usually fade Pickett, and this is the second fight in a row that I will be picking Pickett, and I don't like it because that's how bad of the fighters he's fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I mean, his win over Joseph Holmes is aging better, and that's better. That's better than any win to Tuliani, whatever his name has ever had. And that dude's fought low level competition. Every time he stepped up, he gets beat. So,
yeah. And what sucks is like I like Joseph Holmes as a fighter. He just looked awful that fight. Like he wasn't himself. And then his next
UFC jitters. Jitters.
And then his next fight, he looked great.
Yep.
So it's like
he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
Solid. The Burns said Pickett is a bottom 5 middleweight on the roster. I 100% agree. Maybe bottom 3. I'd say bottom 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
To Lillian, my do not sleep on this dude. Very live dog here. Pickett is gun shy and also very low volume. To Lillian is exactly the opposite. Yeah, but
fuck my brain.
I 100% agree, CJP, but he's only the exact opposite for 1 round, and that's it. So if Pickett can survive 1 round, I think Pickett all day. And Pickett does have okay wrestling too. So
right.
To Lillian's takedown defense is awful.
Yeah.
Like bad. He gets taken down with like a gust of wind. That's how bad it is.
I don't like it.
Just don't bet this fight. Don't do it. It's the lines aren't even worth it. Like, what are you gonna bet a Lillian underdog at plus 105 or 110?
Right.
Not worth.
That line hasn't even really moved either because nobody wants to touch that fight.
Don't do it.
Right.
Nick's got Luliana at plus 126. All right, it's a little bit better. It's a little better. I'll take that.
And by KO. I mean, he can get it. Somebody's gonna win this
first
fight.
round KO. I would have done.
Somebody's got to win.
KO, but has Jenny Pickett been knocked out before?
1 time by Jordan Wright. He's pretty durable. He's usually pretty durable.
Those against the cage. I remember that now. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But other than that, I mean, he got subbed by Dawkins. But other than that, I mean, he took some big shots from Joseph Holmes, dude. And he took some big shots from Teflon and Joku.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think he's durable. Yeah, man. I would lean Pickett in this one, but you never know. You never know.
Low level, you never know. Like I don't blame anybody for what they're betting or who they picked, but I just don't.
He says somebody.
I can't do it. It just feels dirty to me. It feels dirty.
Yeah, he says somebody picked Lulian as the lock of the week over Kamzat as the lock of the week.
Jacob from We Want Picks chose Lulian as lock. Oh my god, he is dicey, sir.
Nobody can pick either one of these guys as a lock.
I would pick.
Those are the rules. You cannot put one of these guys.
I would pick Chad and Helger over Lulian as a bigger underdog and more of a lock than him.
Well, you would just never say that Chad and Helger or Haile Alatank's a lock on a card. You know what I mean?
But I would rather.
You'd rather. I get it. Yeah, he's definitely more of a lock. But like on your locks, if you're gonna say like this is a lock, it better be like a fucking lock, not a 50-50 fight, kind of.
Dude, I don't even know if it's a 50-50.
But maybe this dude knows way more about that dude. Maybe he's been watching them both.
That's
these
true.
guys, So I hope he hits his. I hope whoever bets on these fights hits because I don't got.
Yeah, like we're not trying to say you're making bad bets, but we're just telling you that we would not do that bet.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking. Oh, nobody.
Yeah, everybody can bet what they want. It's awesome. We're just giving you our, what we feel.
Yes, sir.
Fisherman said this fight is dog shit. Yes, that's how I feel. This fight is dog shit.
Yes. Couple of them on this guy. This is the worst pay-per-view in a lot, like the history of pay-per-views, man. To be honest, like I don't know what the UFC is doing with this. Why they need it? They I mean, I get it. They want to charge for a Kamzat card, but come on, man.
Sophie said, "Bro, Jacob hit almost 10 in a row on all underdog picks.
That's nice.
That's good. Is it for his underdog lock of the night?
That's what I'm saying. Like you can pick an underdog. I wouldn't say that, but to say like something like a dude that's fucking 10-6 is under a lock. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So Nick said Jacob from We Want Picks is on a 10-fight underdog lock. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was like his lock of the card. I'm like, whoa, like that's crazy. So he's going with like underdogs only lock of the night would be Lulian.
And he's hit 10 of them in a row.
So, I mean, he's on a roll.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense. I thought that was his like lock of the card. I'm like,
it's like his thing. It's like a thing he does. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I had locks, it would be Kamzat to me. Like, I don't even know. I would have like 1 or 2 locks on a card at most, like period.
Yeah. I mean, if I would, I mean, we'll probably get to the fights coming up here. Like I wouldn't want to do like a lock that's like plus 400 or better, you know, like I'll probably throw a lock in would be like maybe, I don't know. We'll get to it maybe coming up.
Right. I get it though. Like he has, I get it. It's like a part of a show. I get it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Well, like,
I hope he hits it, man. Like I got no, and somebody else said they bet on him. So hope Luliana hits by KO.
Luliana. All right. Luliana. You gotta get more Lus in there. Lulians.
Luliana.
All right. So we'll move on up to the next card here. Or next fight in that card. Jailton Almeida versus Anton Turcali, whatever, how you say that. You go ahead and go. I don't remember.
Turcali.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Almeida, and I'm going to take him by first 7-minute rear naked choke, somewhere in them first 7 minutes, or ground and pound. It's a short notice fight for the other dude. The other dude's pretty decent, actually. He's got a pretty good amateur record, and he's pretty well rounded. But this dude, Almeida's a savage, dude. I think this dude might be a champion one day. And if he's going to be a champion one day, he's going to run through this Dana White Contender Series dude on short notice on a weaker European scene, fighting like Greek guys and stuff. So I bet the under. I bet 2.7 units to win 1.5 units on the under on this card, on this fight. I believe all 16 of Almeida's wins are in the first round, and he's had 2 people get to the second round with him, and he finished them within 1 minute and 40 seconds into the second round. I think he had 2 dudes do that, and they're tough dudes. The one dude he finished on the Dana White Contender Series was a tough, undefeated Russian guy, and I think he's going to do the same thing to this guy. I think that Daniel Marquez has better wrestling and jiu-jitsu than this guy, than Turcali. I mean, and I think Almeida is going to run through him, man. I honestly do.
Yeah, same thing here. We saw Anton fight maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago on the Dana White Contender Series, and the guy that he fought is nowhere near Almeida's caliber, and he couldn't even finish him. Anton has decent grappling. His striking is meh. He's kind of hittable, but Jailton has power. Like, if he hits, this guy's going down. Jailton has way better wrestling. I think he has way better grappling, way better submissions. This guy's, he's the real deal. Like, I think, like you said, I think this guy could be a potential top 5 guy, even champion. And depending on what weight class he goes to, I don't know if it's going to be light heavyweight or heavyweight. But yeah, I have an under 1.5 round bet on this one too in a parlay. And I think that cashes easily here. He's going to, I said ground and pound knockout, but I can see a submission. It's going to be something on the mat. Let's be honest.
He's getting one of them. Yeah.
Because even if it's on the feet and he cracks them, he's going to go down with them and then finish it either by finish or ground and pound. So one or the other. I think it's going to be an easy night for him again, because he's fought a couple bums in a row here. I'm not saying he's a bum, but
another good thing is Turcali, he's a finisher too. So he's got like he's 8-0, but he was 11-3 as an amateur. He had 9 finishes in an amateur, and he has, I believe, 6 or 7 finishes as a pro. So maybe he catches Almeida if Almeida doesn't get him. So and his finishes are in the first round too. So these dudes are both first round finishers. So
true. Yeah, Fisherman says Jailton by murder. I 100% agree. Sophie says Jailton's my lock. Yeah, I can. That's my lock right there.
Right there. Yeah, there you.
I'll even like jump it up a little bit. Like Jailton by finish is my lock. Like right. I think that's at like minus 280. It's actually a really good parlay piece if anybody wants that. I think I have that in a parlay as well.
Should I've been hit? Yeah.
Just by finish. It could be by sub, by knockout. Minus 280 as a parlay piece. That's fantastic.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I like. Yeah.
CJP Almeida by whatever he wants, and also bet the fight doesn't go the distance. Yep.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it might be minus 600, but it's gonna hit 100%. Right. Fight doesn't go is a good parlay piece for a 3-legger over and under parlay. Yep.
I agree on that.
I think the under is a very good parlay piece as well. I think I got it at minus 170. What you get it at again?
Minus 180.
Okay.
Yeah, it was minus 165 when I left my house and was driving to the casino. When I got there to put it in, it was minus 180. I was like, ugh.
I think that hits. I mean,
Almeida has finished all 16 of his wins and under that. So it's either he's going to do it or that other dude is. And if not, I mean, the other dude is pretty decent, but like I said, short notice for him. They're doing this at 220 instead of 205. And Almeida's on a fight camp ready to murder somebody. And this other dude's coming in off the couch after a week.
Wasn't Almeida supposed to fight a heavyweight fight?
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Chimaev Abdurbuda.
So he's going to have to cut probably just a touch, but he's already a
well, when he fights at heavyweight, he usually comes in about 220, 225. So,
but like pure muscle.
Pure dude is a savage. But he comes out. What he does, dude, he comes out. He throws a fast front kick up the middle, and then he shoots in a power blast double. He has great body lock takedowns too. So either way, man, he's getting this dude down. And usually, he's got a ton of rear naked chokes because usually he's mounting people and punching the shit out of them, and they'll give up their back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's a savage. So I like that.
Yeah. Dirty Red says, I'll play the over 1.5 and hope Anton shows a bit of toughness and survives for a while longer than we're thinking. If he can do it, he's the first one to ever do it. So
yeah, and like I'm saying, like Danilo Marquez, that dude's a pretty high level black belt in jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? And like he fucking ragdolled him, dude. And that dude's 6'5", and he was doing pretty good in the UFC. He won like 3 or 4 fights in a row, and that was his thing. Was that? And this dude came out and just murdered him. But, yeah, man, you never know. You're going to be sweating. You're going to be sweating on that over.
Yeah, the over. If I had to choose what I would be sweating on, it would be the over. I think the under hits a lot here. Like, at least 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to move on up to the actual rest of the real fights here that are actually going to be very entertaining. All of them, actually, I think. Hakeem Dawadu versus Julian Erosa. Did you go first last time?
I think so.
Okay, I'll start off. That's fine. I like Dawadu a lot here. I think this is kind of like a fight where it's like Wood versus Jourdain here. I think Dawadu is going to be he's going to be the quicker striker, the better striker, the more technical striker. He's going to want to stay on the feet. He's a better kickboxer. He's got very good kicks. Arosa, like he's got okay striking. I think he's a better grappler than anything, but like he can't really take down. Like I don't think he's very good at taking down his opponents. And Hakeem has very good takedown defense, and if he does get taken down, he has a good get up game as well. So, I really like Dawadu here, and I know you're gonna say the other way here because I already know. Yeah. But I like this is my gut. I feel like this is more like a Wood Jourdain fight, kind of like, and I think he's gonna piece him up on the feet. If it does get to a grappling match and Erosa can do it, it will be close for sure. But I don't see that happening. I think I don't see a knockout or a finish or anything. I think it will go to decision. If there is maybe a 3rd round knockout by Dawadu, but Erosa has been knocked out 5 times in his career. So he's getting up there at age. I think he's like, what, 33, 34?
33, 34. Yeah.
So he's got a lot of fights. I'll give him that. He's got a lot of experience. He's got double the experience as Dawadu does. So this is going to be a very good fight. I'm really interested to see how this plays out, but I really am confident in Dawadu in this. Like, this is one of my no-brainer picks of the week. So,
right. It's like, I mean, in his last 4 fights, he's choked out Woodson, Jourdain, and he's knocked out Nate Landwehr. Like Julian Erosa is a tough motherfucker. If you don't knock him out, he keeps coming and coming and coming and putting that pressure on you, right? And Dawadu don't knock people out. He's got 1 knockout in like his last 8 fights, and that was over a Chinese fighter that fought one time in the UFC, head kicked him. If you watch Dawadu's fight with Julio Arce, I don't even really think he beat Julio Arce. He started slowing down in that 3rd round against Arce. If you watch actually Arce versus Erosa, I thought was beating Arce until he got head kicked with like 1 minute left in the 3rd round by Arce. Erosa's got the better grappling. He's going to be bigger. He's 4 inches taller, and he's going to have a 2.5-inch reach advantage. He's got the wrestling advantage. He's got the grappling advantage. Dawadu does have good takedown defense, but he starts slowing down. I mean, you've seen Evelev take him down like it was nothing, and then you've seen who was it? Arce even landed some takedowns in the 3rd round on him. But I believe that was him. I might be getting a fight mixed up. But he fights all his fights close too. Even his wins are split decisions. You know what I mean? He beat that Turcalov guy by split decision. Who else? He beat another dude by split decision.
He beat Steven Peterson by split decision.
Yeah, but he choked out Jourdain, choked out Woodson,
well,
knocked out Landwehr. Dawadu,
Jourdain, that's not aging well.
Right, but he's still good though. I mean, he finished.
I'm not saying
I'm saying the Dawadu doesn't do good going backwards, and Julian Erosa pushes a good pace. Like now, if this was a pick'em, maybe we'd be talking something different. But when I'm betting Julian Erosa at plus 190, knowing if he beat Nate Landwehr, he can for sure fucking land a shot on Dawadu. I seen Dawadu get fucking club and sub by Danny Henry. You know what I mean? In fucking like 40 seconds. So I like Erosa. I like him being bigger. I like his forward pressure. And if he's not fighting a knockout guy, he has a really good chance. And he's only been knocked out one time in like the last couple of years. I mean, that Suwon Choi hit him with a knockout. I know Arce knocked him out maybe like 3 years ago. But other than that, his chin's been holding up great, man. And if like I said, Dawadu fights close with he has a couple split decision wins, you know, and he's not a knockout guy. So I just think Erosa, this fight's going to be close. And I think Erosa can even pressure him with that pace and stuff. And if he don't get Erosa out of there, I could see Erosa getting a club and sub or something in that 3rd round with just pressure pace, man. But at plus 190, like I said, it's not like I'm taking Erosa minus 130. But you give me him at plus 190 and he's a dog. And Dawadu's never beat no one that great. Like he doesn't have that great of wins in the UFC. And even the ones he has are super close. So I've seen Erosa, just like I said, he's a dog, dude, and he's gonna fight for my money. If he don't get knocked out, this is gonna be a tough, close fight. So
yeah,
give me a plus 190. Yeah, I put 135 to win 250, 1.35 to win 250, and he's gonna fight for me. And like I said, dude, Dawadu ain't like no knockout guy. He don't even throw a lot of volume. Like Dawadu wins every fight. Every fight he fights is so close. Like he doesn't throw a ton. Like there's not one thing where you're like Dawadu's just like he's a great wrestler or he's great at this. Like he's good striking, but he doesn't. It looks like he hits hard, but it's fucking weird because he doesn't drop people. But like I said, dude, Erosa's got good striking. He's got good head kicks himself. You've seen him knock out Jamal Emmers with the head kick. You've seen him choke people out club and sub. And I think his pace and pressure, if you don't get knocked out, he can do something in them 2nd and 3rd rounds. So. But at first, yeah, Dawadu's going to be a little faster and crisper, but we'll see, man. Erosa hits hard too.
Yeah, just going by the stats, I'll throw out some stats, which was kind of why I lean more Dawadu. So strikes per minute, Dawadu is a little over 5 and Erosa is a little over 6, but strikes absorbed, Dawadu is 2.72 and Erosa is 6.5. So
that's because Dawadu likes to push that slow pace. He likes to push it. That's his kind of fight. But Erosa don't let you fight like that. Erosa's smaller. That's why he gets knocked out sometimes because he's in your face and he's like just constantly touching you and doing stuff and hitting you and he's taking shots too. But like I said, if his chin holds up, dude, he puts this pressure and pace on guys that like Woodson, Jourdain, Landwehr, he just knocked him out with a flying knee. But like them dudes, I mean, he put a pressure and pace on them. Most dudes don't I mean, Woodson almost got finished, but most dudes don't finish them guys, man.
True.
So just saying, he has a really good, is a dog and he's a junkyard dog, dude. Erosa's going to fight for every penny you have on him. So I like that. At plus 190, I don't know.
This is going to be a good fight. Like it's not like a prelim fight here where we went over some like, lower level stuff. This is going to be a really good fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a banger. Both these dudes are tough as nails, man.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a finish here. I think it's going to it's going to be a really fun fight. Fisherman, Dawadu, Leach, parlay for me. CJP said, very confident on Dawadu. I got him in a parlay. Erosa is showing wear and tear and believe Dawadu is just going to keep him up. Ice Viking said, main card is pretty nice. Not sure if it's pay-per-view worthy, to be honest. It's better than the prelims for sure. That's all we can work with.
Yes. Yep.
Broke Native said Dawadu by decision. Fisherman, I got the plus 1.5 2 parlayed. Lil Seal, thanks for coming out. Smash likes, yes, please, and thank you. Smash them like buttons.
Smash them.
Multiple like buttons. All of them. Nick said, this is one of my favorite bets of the week. Fight doesn't go the distance at plus 125. Dawadu by knockout. Okay.
Dawadu don't knock nobody out.
Does he have
he's got one in the last. He had some outside the UFC, but he's got one in the UFC in like 8 fights, I believe.
Let me see.
It's a head kick over this Chinese dude late in the third, and he wasn't even barely winning that fight. Like,
he's got
telling you, bro. He's not like great anywhere. His striking's good, but it's not like he's, like I said, he's like a kickboxer, but he ain't like a one-shot knock you out or anything about his striking where you're like, bro, his leg kicks are out of control or his fucking uppercut. Like, I watched all his tape. I mean, he's tough and he goes shot for shot with you, but he's not doing nothing extra. And Erosa's putting pressure on you, going for the finish. He's constantly going for the finish. Dawadu's trying to point strike you.
True.
And he goes so close of his fights, dude. I didn't think he won the Arce fight. I'm being honest. I thought he won the first round. I thought Arce won the last two. But
the Burn said Dawadu was going to have to try hard to squeak by with another split decision against Erosa. I think it's going into the judges' scorecards, whether it's split or not. So,
right, Dawadu's tough, man. But I've seen him club and sub too.
Let's see. Hakeem said a lot of split decisions. Real News said Leonesi and Helger, Dawadu, Canadian parlay. Does it happen? Where does it most likely fall apart? For me, I would say Helger, but that's just me.
For me, I'm gonna say Dawadu.
Okay, so we both like Johan here.
Dude, Dawadu at minus, like, what is he, 230 or something? If I got Erosa at plus 190, dude, I do not see Dawadu. So that's what, dude, Dawadu is not a fucking savage like that. I'm telling you, he's not great. Anyway, he's good, but I don't like. So he's gonna hit him with like an overhand right and finish him or something. I don't know. I just don't. And the output of Erosa, if you see it going to decision, and Erosa's got way more output, 2 more strikes a minute or whatever it said.
Yeah, like 1 more strike per minute, but he's also taking about 3 strikes absorbed more, so it's a -2 there, right there.
Right. It's going to be a good fight. I'm glad we got good fights because most time we get the ones we get to just, agree on this because it's been a lot of bullshit fights. But I like getting these ones. I like and we get the audience in on it. Nobody's agreeing with me, though. Hurting my feelings.
Hey, nobody was agreeing with me.
Right.
It's all good.
Win some, lose some on the show,
That's
man.
Right. I'm not going to go perfect for my picks. It's fine.
And I just went 1.3 units on Erosa to win 2.5, man. It's a lot of money. It's a big underdog, and I think these dudes are on the same level. Like, neither one's like great. They're both mid-tier dudes. So true.
All right, we'll move on up to the next one here. We got the main card. Let's see. It's Johnny Walker versus Ian Kutilaba. Is it my turn or your turn?
This one's my turn, I believe.
Okay, good.
I'm taking Johnny Walker, dude. I'm taking Johnny Walker. Ian Kutilaba, I don't know how the fuck he's minus 200 and some against anybody in the top 10 in the UFC fucking ever. I believe Johnny Walker's in the top 10 still, right? Or is he 12? Anybody ranked? Dude, Ian Kutilaba he's not even beat anybody good except Devin Clark, and he's not even really that fucking good. He has to wrestle you down, dude. All of his fights, he gets 9-10 takedowns, and then the people just keep getting back up because he has no BJJ to hold him down. With Johnny Walker's 6'6", he's way bigger. He hits way harder than Kutilaba. He's got good takedown defense. He can be taken down, but even like Nikita Krylov took him down because Nikita Krylov's fucking way better than Ian Kutilaba, like way fucking better. And Johnny Walker actually reversed him twice, right? But Krylov's got really good BJJ. You've seen he was going back and forth. I mean, he got choked out by Paul Craig, but that fucking happens. But he went back and forth for 3 rounds to split decision with Glover Texeira, dude. This dude's a badass. And he was reversing him. He did that twice on Krylov, and Krylov was able to eventually get up. But I think he could reverse Ian Kutilaba one time, dude, and just pound him out. I think that he'd be able to, even if he gets taken down, he's going to be able to get back up. And anytime they're up standing, dude, he can hit Kutilaba with elbows when Kutilaba's trying to shoot in. Knees, anything, dude. Kutilaba's a wild striker. Like you've seen him knocked out and finished a bunch himself. So he just got finished by Ryan Spann. You've seen Johnny Walker, even though they had a crazy fight, he finished Ryan Spann. And Ryan Spann couldn't even take down Johnny Walker. Like he was just trying to hold on to his leg. That's why he got hit with that big ass elbow that put his ass to sleep. So yeah, man, I have no fucking clue why Ian Kutilaba is minus 200 and something to Johnny Walker. I know Johnny Walker's jaw's a little suspect, but them were big strikers, dude, that he's going to. He went 5 rounds with Thiago Santos before he got knocked out by Jamal Hill. Well, here's the news flash. Jamal Hill's fucking knocking out Ilan Kutilaba just like that. Like Collier knocked him out 2 times. Yeah, 2 times in under like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? So Kutilaba, really what he needs to do, he's not a striker. He can throw power and shit, but what he wants to do is take you down and beat the shit out of you. And he's not going to be able to do that to Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker's too big, he's too experienced, and he's going to get Ian Kutilaba out of there. I wanted to bet the under, but just to be safe, man, I bet Johnny Walker plus 180. Shit, dude, 1.3 units again to win 2.5 units, man. And
yeah,
this should be a 50-50 fight because who the fuck knows what's going to happen. But I've seen more out of Johnny Walker. Like Ian Kutilaba, like I said, doesn't really have good wins in the UFC. Like he beat Khalil Roundtree a while ago because he was able to take him down, and Khalil Roundtree has terrible takedown and get up game.
He went to a draw with Dustin Jacoby, but that was because he was completely gassed after 2 rounds, and he got 10-8'd in the 3rd.
Right, and Dustin Jacoby, even though he did get Down Jung out of there or whatever with that fucking shot, he's not really a KO guy either. Like Johnny Walker's that one shot fucking knock you out, done with a lot of different stuff, spinning back fists, all kinds of stuff. And he's gonna be faster. He's gonna be faster than the Kutilaba. He's got power leg kicks, dude. That he could fuck. I like Johnny Walker. I mean, this should be a fucking pick 'em fight, period. Because who really knows? But if, like I said, I got Johnny Walker plus 180, I'm taking that. I think he's a better fighter than Kutilaba. I really do. I think that if all you're going to come out, Kutilaba's coming out with is wrestling, really to hold him down, he's not going to do that. And Johnny Walker looked good. He never gave up. He looked good against Krylov, on the ground and defending stuff. So I'm taking him. Give him that plus money, man. Kutilaba should not be minus 200 and some over anybody in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100% with everything you said. Johnny Walker he's more athletic, I think. He's got the better striking. He's got power just like Kutilaba. He's going to be way bigger, way taller, with a way longer reach. And I don't know. The only way that Kutilaba is going to win this fight is if he takes him down in the 1st round and just ground and pounds him or submits him, which I don't think he can submit. Does he even have any submissions on his? I don't even know if he does. I think it's mainly just ground and pound.
Oh, Kutilaba?
Yeah.
I doubt he does.
Not a submission artist, like, you know what I mean? So I mean, other than Johnny Walker's chin, but if you're going to give me like you said, plus 180, and I'm only have to worry about his chin when he's the way bigger, more athletic fighter with somebody who's not really technical and just wants to wrestle and gas himself out in the 1st round.
Exactly.
This is almost like a no-brainer. I didn't bet Johnny Walker. This is like my Nathaniel Wood bet. Like something's telling me to just do it, and I think I probably will after tonight because I don't know. Because I really want to. I think this, like you said, it should be a pick'em closer to it. I think there's a lot of value on Walker. There's no value on Kutilaba. I don't understand if anybody wants to bet Kutilaba. I'm sorry when I say.
I just want to know what they're thinking. Like if they think that he's good, because he does have power, but he's not a technical striker like that. Like if they're just going to be striking, I see Johnny Walker hitting him with the bigger strike first. You know what I mean? But and like you said, he comes out, shoots these takedowns, or he used body lock takedowns. That's what takes more energy. And he gets them, but like when these dudes get back up, like you've seen, once Ryan Spann got up 3 times, dude, fucking Ian was like, fuck. Like he was pretty much done. Like what's his name hit him with a couple shots. He took a bad shot and got front choked. So he takes a bad shot like that on Johnny Walker up against the cage, and Johnny Walker is going to elbow him to sleep. So,
yep. Yeah, the Burn said, how this isn't a pick'em with 2 glass jaws and questionable fight IQs. I would say Kutilaba's fight IQ is more questionable.
Way more, yeah.
More questionable.
Johnny Walker went 5 solid rounds with Thiago Santos, so he made good fight IQ choices for them 5 rounds, where Kutilaba ain't doing that. He's fucking going out gassing himself in a round. That's why, I like Walker here a lot.
The chat likes Johnny Walker here, or at least fight doesn't go the distance. That's a very easy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, easy. I love
that. I was going to bet that under. I really like that under, but I'm like, well, maybe Kutilaba does land a couple takedowns in that 1st round or something and burns a little clock, but I don't think he's not just going to hold Walker down, dude.
No. He can't hold anybody down. He can get the takedowns easily, but he can't hold anybody down. That's the thing. That's why he gasses out.
Yep. And in that Krylov fight, he's got good gas tank, and he's so much better than Ian Kutilaba. I think that if Johnny Walker defends them takedowns in the 1st round like he did against Krylov and has a good fight, I think that Ian's going to look terrible. Anytime this fight has to start standing, if Kutilaba can't get them takedowns, it's going to switch real quick to Johnny Walker just teeing off on that mofo, dude.
Yeah, I 100% agree. What's up, Tyson? He said, not betting on them, but gut pick would be Walker, even though his last few fights were bad. I think this is a very winnable fight for Walker.
And it's a step down in competition, like a fucking giant step down. Go look at who Walker's been fighting, dude. Huge step down in competition.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been fighting the best of the best, dude.
Yeah, Nick said Kutilaba is going to get knocked out. I'm not Johnny Walker fan, but that's who's my money on. Yeah, I said, this is my Nathaniel Wood like bet throughout the week. I'm looking at that line and I'm just like, man, something's telling me that's
I wanted to bet it at plus 160 before I went on vacation. I didn't. And when I got back, it was plus 180. I'm like, I just don't understand like why more money's coming in on Kutilaba. After what you've seen against Ryan Spann, how the fuck does anybody feel comfortable betting that much money on him?
Yeah, dude. I bet Kutilaba that fight, and I was just like, that was the worst bet
He's not on the level. He's the definition of like a mid-level guy. Like Kutilaba's never really beat anybody. Like the people Johnny Walker's losing to would dust Kutilaba too. Like Ankalaev and stuff. Like he dusted freaking Kutilaba twice, like in under 2 minutes, basically.
Yeah.
Like speed advantage, savage advantage, I believe power advantage for Walker, explosiveness advantage. We'll see.
Yeah. Real News said Johnny Walker recently said he's off the CBD and THC. And that is what was ruining his life the past 3 years. So I mean, if that's it, and he gets back on track,
well, the fucking punches,
a monster though.
Punches in the head didn't help either. I mean, you can't blame all that on that, but he's a savage, dude. I think, and he's going to be so much bigger. I like that size advantage too.
Yeah,
plus 180, dude.
It's gonna be hard for Kutilaba to like, especially on the feet. Like, how is he going to hit Johnny Walker's chin when he has to reach like more than a foot to like disadvantage with the height and the reach advantage? There's no way.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm seeing them elbows up against the cage, dude. I'm seeing Johnny Walker because Kutilaba is going to be trying to shoot them lazy shots when he starts slowing down. You've seen what he did to Ryan Spann, dude. Hit him with them shots, put him down.
Yeah, Dirty Red said Kutilaba's gotten 8 and 9 takedowns against opponents. I got to side him here.
Well, he's getting that many because he can't hold him down.
Yeah, and I'm going to say if he can't keep him down, he's going to gas out, and then Walker is going to do some kind of like spinning elbow and knock him out.
He's going to hit him with an elbow or a knee on a lazy shot. That's what I'm predicting.
Okay.
I
like the under. The 1.5 is tough. I could see it go over maybe, but fight doesn't go to the judges' scorecards. Yeah, I think that'll hit 100%.
Yeah.
But I think the value is with Walker here. There's no value with money line on Kutilaba here. I don't think there is.
Right. And I hope nobody in the chat like ever thinks like we're talking shit or not. When I say I don't know, when somebody says something, I hope I don't sound like I'm just like, nah. Like I'm not being like, no, your fucking opinion sucks or your best. I'm just like, nah. I'm a shit talker though, but I hope nobody ever takes it that way.
Yeah, I don't want to take offense because when we were talking about our friend of the show, Caitlin Vieira and Holly Holmes.
Oh yeah.
Someone took offense and we were just talking. We're just talking, having fun. Friend of the show, Caitlin Vieira. Hope she comes back into the show.
Yeah, them guys can get offended. Not our true fans. I don't
know. We're just talking. This is what we think. If you think something else, great, go for it. Like that's why
why we do this show to listen to people. But like I said, I just don't hope I don't come off like some asshole where I'm like, fuck.
Oh, you're an asshole, Cody.
I hope not. I've been called worse by better, man.
All right, we'll move on up here. We got Irene Aldana versus Macy Chiasson. Okay, I'm going to go with Aldana here, and I think this is another one of my no-brainer picks of the week. I think she's just the better striker on the feet. I know she's going to be the smaller fighter, but she's going to be quicker. She's got way better boxing. I think she's going to be able to defend any takedowns or if she's held against the cage, she's not going to stay there. This is not going to, like, Macy Chiasson's an okay fighter. But another thing, too, with Macy is when she does cut to 135, it's always a risk. Yeah. You never know if she's going to make it or not. Her cardio is always a little suspect. You even saw it in her last fight with Dumont. That's the reason why she was holding her against the cage, because she had no cardio left. And then Dumont was just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, that was so weird.
This is completely different. Aldana is a different breed here. She's way better. I I'm so close to betting Aldana. She's at like minus 170 on money line, and I'm like, that's looking real good right now.
I seen money coming in. That's coming in on Chimaev.
It's women's MMA though,
right?
I like the over 2.5 here. I do think Macy can survive. Now, if Aldana was more of a grappler and has better submissions, I'd be worried about that. But she's more of a boxer. I think Macy will maybe push her up against the cage for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes total throughout the fight. So that's going to take some time off. And I just have to worry about 2 rounds. I think that'll happen. I think Aldana should outstrike Macy to an easy decision, maybe at worst 29-28 at worst. But I think this is a no-brainer. Aldana all day here.
Yeah, man. I'm with you. I wanted to bet Aldana, but I didn't. Just because she hasn't fought for a little bit, but she's more powerful. She has the better striking, like you said, all that. I'm just worried because Chimaev is so big, dude. That she's gonna be able to just hold her up against the damn cage like she's been doing to these other girls. I don't see that happening. I'm picking Aldana. No bets on this or nothing, just because, like I said, Macy Chimaev has been looking better each fight. She looked terrible against Raquel Pennington, but she took that on late notice, couldn't make weight and all that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna take Aldana, and she could hit her with that check left hook and get her out of there, but I doubt it. She knocked out Ketlin Vieira, and that's what she hit Kuniskaya with and dropped her and then finished her on the ground. But I think it goes the distance, and I'll give it to Aldana too, but I'm not very confident in this fight at all, and no bets.
Are you confident that Aldana will win? Or just like you
not really. I mean, yeah, but not really. Because like I said, I see past the victory for Chimaev with her grappling a little bit, because her grappling did look pretty good against Norma Dumont, and that's the only thing. Like Aldana got out grappled against Holly Holm, but I think Aldana is going to win. It's just that the thing that kept me from betting it is that I do think Chimaev does have a chance. Aldana's a little older now, like 34. Chimaev's a little bigger. I just see a path to victory with her maybe being able to get some takedowns. So, but other than that, I'm staying away from it.
The only thing with me though with that would be like Macy's cardio is just phase and
at one,
So if Macy can get like the first round or 2 like wrestling, and then she just like kind of just stays there and hopes for the best, that would be the path to victory for her. For me, I just don't see her like. Other than that, it's not going to be a dominant win for her. It would be a close split decision or something like that.
Right. And I seen that with broke bets, man. Aldana could catch her, man. Aldana's got power in her hands, but I just see a lot.
It would be like a late 3rd round finish because Macy's gassed and Aldana's putting the pressure and lands some good shots and knocks her out or something like that.
Right, like Raquel Pennington was able to kind of just wear her down and beat her up, and Aldana and Pennington, they're about the same level, so maybe
I could see that'd be a really good fight, actually.
Yeah, they've already fought before. I think one of them won a split decision. I want to say Pennington actually beat Aldana too.
Let's see.
Back in the day.
Yeah, split decision in 2019.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah. Sophie said Aldana all day. I think she wins this one I want to say convincingly, but at worst 29-28. Nick said, if I didn't have fun in here, I wouldn't be in here. Y'all are cool. Thanks appreciate it. I mean, we try to be cool. I know we're not the coolest people in the world, but we're fucking cool though.
We try.
Brooke bet said Aldana by KO. I could see that in the 3rd round. That might be a nice little sprinkle bet there. 3rd round knockout, Aldana.
Yeah.
CJP said, my girl Aldana, I bet the over 1.5 in a parlay. Pretty confident hits. I think that'll hit 100%. I like the over 2.5. I'm pretty confident that'll hit. So 1.5 will hit. Lil Seal, just a small town girl, living in the lonely world. Is that it? I hate it. My bad. Common sense said stay away, but I put a bet on Chimaev. Okay.
She's been looking better. Like lately,
She needs to use her grappling. Let's put it that way. I can't see her outstriking Aldana.
No way. Aldana's a savage, dude. She's really good.
All right, we'll move up to the next one. It's going to be a very good fight. The next 3 are going to be great. Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez. Man, I'm really bad. Is it you or me?
This one's on you.
Okay. I'm going to go with Kevin Holland here. I love both guys as fighters. Like, they're really fun to watch. I love watching just their styles. But man, I got to go with Kevin Holland here. He's going to be the bigger fighter. He's going to be a little bit taller. He's going to have a huge reach advantage. He's got power. Daniel Rodriguez has been rocked a couple times. We've seen against a little bit lower level guys than Kevin Holland, I believe. And Kevin Holland just seems to always find a way. He'll look bad in the first round. Second round will come up, and then he'll just be a different person and just knock out his opponent or submit him or whatever you want to say. So, man, I mean, Daniel Rodriguez is very technical boxer, very good. So it might give him a little bit trouble at first, but I think Holland's going to get this finish here. And another thing that I don't like too much, and I know Rodriguez was coming off an injury. He's 35 years old. He hasn't fought in a while. It's about a year. And, yeah, I think he came back. He tried to come back a little too early and got re-injured or something like that. I think
he broke his hand.
Yeah, he broke his hand originally. I think he came back. He tried to come back too early and re-injured the same hand.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know. Like, that kind of scared me a little bit. And I'm like, Holland's been looking really good. He's always active. His grappling's looked better. He's got kind of slick submissions if he's put in the right situation. I'm not saying he's a submission artist, but I just think the reach advantage is going to be tough for Rodriguez to get close to use his boxing. And Rodriguez isn't going to go for takedowns. That's the thing too. If he was more of a wrestler, maybe I would maybe want to do the underdog here, but I like Holland here. I think he's going to get it done in the second round or third round or like by knockout or something like that.
Yeah, man. I'm with you, dude. I like that. I like Kevin Holland in the first or second round. I bet the under on this, the under 2.5. This was the fight where I had my 5 bets, but I'm like, dude, I fucking love this under so much because these dudes don't like each other. Kevin Holland's finished 19 of 23 wins. D-Rod's finished 12 of 16 wins. And I get it that both of these dudes are tough, but they are both finishers. Dude, They both crack. Like, I think this is going to look like that Dwight Grant fight where they come out where Dwight Grant hurt D-Rod. Dude was literally like one punch away on the ground from finishing him. I'm surprised the ref didn't step in, and then he got up. Grant gassed himself. He knocked Grant out. But if Kevin Holland starts touching him like that, Kevin Holland's going to finish him. And these are both tough dudes, like actual tough guys in real life. So like when they get hit one time, they want to get it back right away. This is going to be a firefight for as long as it lasts. I'm telling you, these dudes there's not going to be a lot of feeling out. There's not going to be a lot of grappling. Both these dudes throw fucking hammers. So I expect one of these dudes to finish the other in that first round, to be honest, because they're both, like I said, Kevin Holland's finished his last 6 wins in the UFC, and them are at that 4 of them's at 185. And D-Rod's a finisher too. So I see Kevin Holland getting it done in that first or second round. I really like him at 170. He's really hittable at 170. It seems like he's lost a little bit of his speed advantage. Like even Tim Means was able to touch him a couple times in that first round. And then Cowboy Oliveira was really touching him up in the first round of that fight. But he's still got the toughness. He's still got the durability. He's still got the speed, and he's really still got the fucking power. So I expect this to be a dog fight until one of these dudes goes to sleep. Every time that Kevin Holland's in there with another dog, that's how it goes. Like if you watch him with Brendan Allen, or he actually went to decision with Darren Stewart, but that was a crazy fight. Watch him with anybody that are dogs, dude, and he's a dog too. So expect this to be 2 tough dudes, ain't taking no step backwards, and just fucking cracking each other till one falls.
Yep. No, I agree. Like you said with Holland looking kind of bad against Oliveira. Like I said, he kind of looks bad sometimes in the first round, but after
back in it's like Paddy Pimblett too.
Yeah, he comes back. He knows what he needs to do. He gathers all the information. He's like, okay, I know what to do, what not to do. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do it right now, and he just comes out and just demolishes his opponent in the second or third round. So that's what I really like about Kevin. Like I think he knows when he messes up, and he knows what he needs to fix after the first round, if he even does bad in the first round. He doesn't always do bad in the first round, except if you want to talk about like Marvin Vettori or Brunson. But I'm not counting those fights. He's not a middleweight. He's too skinny, and those are pure wrestlers that are gonna like out wrestle him all day, every day. I don't care if he was 240 pounds. Like
that 7-inch reach advantage, dude, is huge too.
Yeah, it's huge in this boxing fight. And like you said, Dwight Grant rocked Daniel Rodriguez.
Yeah, and him and Kevin Holland and Grant are kind of built the same, and they kind of strike the same real long like that. But Holland is levels. You know what I mean? Above Grant. So
no, and that's what I see. That's why I like Holland here. I don't want to say he's like a no-brainer pick. I do like the under too, like you said. Even the fight doesn't go the distance. I think the under is 2.5 or the under over or whatever, and it's pretty even, I think. So like even if you do fight doesn't go the distance, like you can still get good value on that if you don't just to get that extra 2.5 minutes.
Right. D-Rod hasn't really been in there with too many punchers though.
It's
like
been
in his career, he hasn't. I mean, he was in there with Tim Means, he did good there. Like Gabe Green and them. But he hasn't in his whole career. I don't think he's been in there with no.
Did he get rocked against Gabe Green as well? Is that another one?
I don't know. He put a good beating on him, but he just peppered him up with like 150 strikes. But Gabe Green's so tough. But I don't know. I don't know if he rocked him. But Kevin Holland's a different beast, dude. Kevin Holland's going to be a savage at 170. He's going to move up the rankings really quick. And I like D-Rod too. But I mean, you know what I mean? He couldn't even get a dominant finish over Nicholas Dalby, and Kevin Holland's probably finishing Nicholas Dalby.
Yeah. I
mean, I like D-Rod. I really do. I like how he fights. He's a tough mofo too.
Yeah. So. It just sucks because like I like both fighters and I hate picking like fights against. I think even in our chat when this fight was announced and someone posted it, I was just like, no, I like both fighters. I can't pick against them, but I got to go with Holland here. I think he's the better fighter at the moment.
Right.
Just overall. I keep doing this. Daz Files, what's up, man? He's out and about. Thanks for coming out. He said, yeah, what a fight. Let's go. Good versus evil. CJP, I'm taking Kevin Holland here. D-Rod is good, but not great. I bet the over 2.5 at -105 bank on it. Okay, I can see it. I just like the under just a touch.
You're going to be sweating that. These dudes are going to be throwing. They both, dude, they throw hammers. Both these dudes throw hammers in every punch. So every single time they exchange, there's a chance one of them dudes is going down.
Yeah, Dad said in the Kevin Lee fight, Rodriguez had a wrist injury. So he had some, I guess that's what I thought I heard. I didn't listen to you guys. I was fishing. Okay. But hey, I got Holland here.
Hey, man.
No, that's awesome.
Do what makes you happy. Definitely. I agree with you on Holland too.
No doubt. And I think he gets it done by knockout. I believe so as well. Nick said, I'm stacking this one over 2.5 and fight goes the distance plus 160. Dude, you're both really tough and you're not getting knocked out, D-Rod.
And you're not knocking out D-Rod. I mean,
you're not knocking out D-Rod.
You're debatable. Right. I mean, Kevin Holland is.
But I think Holland has different power than like Dwight.
He's finished 19 of 23 wins. That's pretty damn. And like I said, D-Rod could finish him. I'm not even just saying it's Holland. Like I bet this because they're both finishers. You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't know if D-Rod's fought a dude that hits like Holland. You know what I mean? Like Holland knocking out Joaquin Buckley on the end of that punch. Joaquin Buckley's a savage, dude. Yeah. And if he can knock him out, he can definitely put out D-Rod. I hope because your overs could definitely hit. I mean, is it still even money, or did they say they got plus money, or is it? It was right around even when I got it. I just kept
under.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty close to being even. It might be like swayed one way or another, like -115 or -120.
Right. I just kept having this feeling. Like I said, it was the last bet I put in. I'm like, dude, I think that it's going to be a dog fight like that Grant fight. Like I think these dudes, like from the opening bell, are going to start cracking each other and just fight. You know what I mean? Neither one of these dudes take fight. Like how many punches does Rodriguez land in a minute? He probably lands like 8 punches a minute. And I bet Holland's up there pretty good too. And if they're both throwing that and they're both knockout dudes, I can't see not one of them not connecting at one point. Hard as shit.
Yeah, let's see. Kevin Holland is like close to 4 and D-Rod's like 8. But D-Rod's fought some lower level guys where he's piecing them up and they're not really like strikers, if you want.
Yeah, Ked Dalby, Kevin Lee, Tim Means.
What's that guy's name?
Preston Parsons, like he's got a couple of short notice fights. Gabe Green came in on short notice and fought him too. So,
Mike Perry's a punching bag.
Yeah. And D-Rod looked good in that fight, but I think this one's gonna, like I said,
couldn't knock him out though. That's the thing. He was like probably landing a 50 strikes per round at least, and he couldn't knock him out.
Yeah, Mike Perry don't get knocked. That dude Jeff Neal had to kick his head off in the brains. Yeah, but you can tell in his speech now too a little bit.
True. Dirty Red said in 6 fights of picking Holland to win them all. I'm 3-3. I got to take a dog on D-Rod at plus money here. I just don't want to. I get what you're saying, but I can't count the Vettori and Brunson fights. Like, he's not a middleweight, and it's a wrestler.
Them dudes are going to do that same shit to D-Rod too, I think.
True.
And Kevin Holland's takedown defense isn't really that terrible. It's just the dudes he was getting taken down by are good wrestlers. Vittori's pretty good, and Brunson's really good. And I think there was one more person, too, that was taking him down. Or maybe it was just them two. Did he just lose 2 fights in a row?
I think it might have been one more. Let me look real quick.
I have like there was one more wrestler in there.
Oh, it was just 2.
Okay. Yeah, and them dudes are, top 5 middleweights in the world, dude. Top 5.
Jacare, but that was he did get taken down, but he got
knocked him out from his back.
Fisherman Dirty, don't like it all. Don't look at it like that. You're probably bet on Holland against Brunson and Marvin. Yeah, we just said that.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm not counting those. Like, I didn't even watch those fights because I remember them vividly, and I'm like, this is not a wrestler.
I honestly think that Holland's going to be a problem at 170. Like, I think that, you know what I mean? He's up in that with his size and reach and his power and all that. And he's got, good grappling. He at 170, dude, he's going to be in the top 5, I believe. I really believe that.
Holland will be in the top 5 for welterweight.
Eventually, yeah. I think he can beat a lot of these dudes. Like I said, D-Rod's good and stuff, but he's just got like good boxing, and I expect Holland to have better striking. You know what I mean? Holland uses way more kicks, way more head kicks, body kicks, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see, though. It's going to be a great fight, dude. Yeah. It's going to be a phenomenal fight.
So Broke Bets and BCS also, they said the same exact thing almost. This fight's at 180, which
that was weird too.
Yeah, and it's because D-Rod can't make 170. So that could be a question mark right there. Maybe his cardio it's not going to be up to snuff like it usually is,
Right.
I'm going to butcher this name, but Vientriese MMA. Thanks for coming out. I'm sorry if I messed this up, but depends on what Holland will be fighting, the one who almost lost to Stewart or the one who KO'd Buckley.
Right.
I think he's just welterweight. I think
Stewart's a giant 185. Like, he is decent size at 205 when he was fighting Eric Anders, and he fought somebody else up there, I believe. But yeah, Darren Stewart ain't that bad. He had some decent wins. He's a big dude too, though. Like that's the difference. Like, Darren Stewart's a big, thick dude.
Mm-hmm. He is. Ice Viking, I already have a bet on the fight goes a distance at plus 151. I think they're both tough enough to survive. I could be wrong. I mean, it's worth a shot.
They're definitely both 2 tough dudes.
They are very tough. I don't think Holland gets knocked out. That's me personally. If there's going to be a finish, it'll be Rodriguez or Holland knocking out Rodriguez.
If he gets the dude, Rodriguez does throw hammers though, man. If Holland gets, out of position anytime, Rodriguez could drop him too. I know he hasn't been, but Rodriguez is hard.
All right. So he said his name means 23. So I'm going to call you 23 MMA if you're ever in here.
Okay. There we go. 23 MMA. Our guy.
All right. We got you, dog. All right. We'll move on up to the next one. It's going to be a great fight as well. Let's see if I can get there. I got a whole bunch of crap up here. Li Jingliang versus Tony Ferguson. Who do you got?
I got Li Jingliang, man. I really think that he's going to KO Tony at some point in this fight. I don't think Tony's going to be able to out-grapple the Leech. At this point, I actually think the Leech could out-grapple him. His takedown defense is terrible. But I think they're going to keep it standing. And coming back, Tony's 38, going up to 170, coming back after getting knocked out so bad, dude, getting basically hit in the face with a baseball bat, and he's coming back like 4 months later is not good. I got the Leech. I got him in that parlay with Hamzat, because obviously I'm picking him, Dumont and Li Jingliang, because I think that if they all use their fight IQ, they should win pretty easy. But yeah, man, I think it's going to be sad because the Leech has knocked out Ponzinibbio. He's knocked out Eliza dos Santos, and he just knocked out Muslim Salikov. So if he can knock out them 3 nice size welterweights, he can definitely knock out Tony Ferguson with suspect jaw at this point. So, man, yeah, I think it's going to be sad, but I got the Leach by KO.
Yeah, same here. I think Tony moving up to welterweight very, very quickly from his brutal first ever knockout. He was out cold. No, this isn't going to be a good.
He was out for a minute too.
Yeah, it's not a good one. I don't know if this was his doing, if it was the UFC kind of making him do this. I don't see how Tony wins this one. I really don't. I got Lee in a parlay with Alatang I'm going to call it my all China parlay. And I also got Li Jiang by knockout in a parlay with Almeida by finished. Those are my two legs with that money. That'll hit. I can see a first or second round knockout. I don't think it goes any later than that. I think one hit from Lee is gonna just wobble him, and then the next hit right after that is gonna knock him down again. Lee hits hard. He's probably one of the top 5, I would say, welterweights of power. I would say, like, he hits hard.
Counter left, dude. His check left hook is just.
And it pains me to say it, but I love Tony. But man, no, I don't see him going probably more than 2 rounds in this fight, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Let's see what everybody else says. Fisherman says Leach by finish. I agree. Burns, they really couldn't find anyone else for Tony. He probably shouldn't have took this fight if that's the case. It's been 3 or 4 months, man. Like, wait a couple more months at least. 6 months.
Yep. Or go up and fight Nate Diaz at 170. That's the fight it should have been.
It should have been the fight instead of Chimaev, yeah. I bet this fight, Li Liang in a parlay. Sorry to see El Kukui. That's Kukui. Again, unfortunately, yeah, I think he's going to lose. 23 MMA said sooner or later that power hand will land.
That left. Actually, just got the left check hook. His right's he's power, dude. He's just power everywhere, man.
Yep. Lee is Uncle Weezy's ass shaver of the week, and I agree he's going to knock Mr. Ferguson out. Yeah,
Weezy knows what he's talking about too, and his ass shaver, that's like his lock or whatever crazy lock.
Yeah, and I agree with him. I think this is a one of the no-brainer ones of the week, if you want to say. If you want to do a prop like KO or sub or finish, this is a good one to do.
Right.
Leach is arguably the hardest. Yep, that's what I said too. I think he's at least top 5 hard hitting welterweight.
I'm with you because there's not too many KO guys at welterweight, so I'm with you on that.
Yeah, said great show, guys. Keep up the good work. Cash many units last weekend. Thanks for your picks. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting. I appreciate everything. For sure, we all do.
Yep, 100%.
Lil Seal said Tony needs the money. Does he need the money?
He must, man, because
I mean, we all need money. Let's be honest.
Yes, definitely. He ain't lying.
Yeah, Leach might pick Tony up and slam him in. Yeah, I mean, he's that strong. I think that's a good point. He could pull a Chimaev when against. Right. Dude, that was one of the craziest things. Oh my god, when Chimaev did that was crazy.
Yeah, that's why it's like to think that he couldn't. I mean, dude, Leach is pretty good, dude. I really think, well, we're about to get to that.
Yeah. Brooke Bet said Tony didn't even look like he gained much weight. He just got some baby fat back. By the time has him. Yeah, I think he's getting up there. He's like 38. It's tough. Manny from MMA Fight Club is here. Thanks for coming out, Manny. He said 2 of the best in the biz. Thank you, fellas, and have a wonderful evening. You too. Definitely go check out MMA Fight Club. He does great work. He does great interviews. Great Dana White Contender Series breakdowns if you're interested in that. Also UFC as well. He does Invicta. Anything you want, he does. Like, he's great at all of it. He's one of the hardest workers that I've seen. I don't know how he has time for all of the stuff that he does. Let's put it that way.
Some of the best stats and information in the game, for sure. Him and Wheezy, I mean, dude, them dudes, they got your stats and stuff.
Sure. You don't know about him, definitely go check him out and sub.
100%. You better sub.
Fisherman said Irene all day versus Macy. I think so too. And CJP said, I heard Tony has CTE and his wife says he's going crazy. I can see that. He's a little crazy already.
Yeah. It's been a couple years he's been doing that.
Yep. Man. And John Kim said, what's up, y'all? Thanks for coming out, John. He said, top 3 lock of the night picks. Top 3. Ooh.
Me? I'll do my parlay. Dumont, Chimaev, Liang. Even though I like Almeida too. But when I did my parlay, he was fighting Abdul. I actually had him in it too. Or he was fighting Chimaev, but that fight fell off. But I would probably put him in over freaking Dumont if I had the choice.
Other than like Almeida and Chimaev, I'll say like Liang. I'll say Kevin Holland. I think he's high up there. And I would say Dawadu. I know you don't like Dawadu, but I think Dawadu, it's a very good bet. But
okay.
Well, I could be wrong. I've been wrong numerous times. It's totally cool.
I've been wrong a lot too.
All right.
Just not last week, neither one of us.
That's true. Last week we were perfect.
Perfect.
All right, so we'll go to the main event here. We got Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. Who do you? Is it my turn or your turn? I'm bad the last like 10.
Probably mine, man. I'm gonna go with Chimaev, dude, and I'm gonna go against like what everybody's thinking too. But I think that he gets this done in the first or second round. I actually think he grapples here. I think he comes out and because he actually came out and tried to grapple Burns at first. You know, he tried to take him down a couple times. And obviously Burns is world-class, a million times better wrestling, offensive and defensive than Nate Diaz. But I think Chimaev comes out, takes him down, dude, and beats the living shit out of him, dude. And it might even like get stopped from scars, from like blood, from cuts, whatever. But I think Chimaev's coming out here to make a point, dude. I don't think he's coming out here to do like a 5-round stand up. Like, dude, he's so much bigger than Nate Diaz. Like, Chimaev might end up being the 185-pound champion. You know what I mean? And Diaz is fighting 155. Like, Chimaev, he's going to be what, 2 inches taller, but Nate Diaz has 1 inch of reach. But Chimaev is going to weigh so much more and just be so much bigger and physically stronger, dude. I mean, if you could put Gerard Mearshart out with one shot, with the first shot you hit him with at 185, you can hurt Nate Diaz. Like, we're used to Nate Diaz being the savage he is because he is, but he's not fighting dudes way bigger than him that are just complete monsters. I really think Chimaev goes all out in that first round and tries to get him out of there. And if he can't, goes all out in the second and tries to get him out. But I think that I think he takes him down and beats the shit out of him, dude, to be honest. And it sucks because at the end of the night, I'm going to be sad for Nate and fucking Nick because I love both them dudes. Like, that's who I grew up watching fight. Love them, still love them. Wish they was fighting each other. You know what I mean? Then we'd be getting the fight we fucking wanted. You even seen Nate Diaz came out on an interview yesterday and was saying he didn't even want this fight. He's like, the UFC said that I asked for this fight. He's like, I didn't want this fight. He said he wanted Poirier or Chandler or Gaethje or someone else, all 170ers. And he's like, I didn't want this fight. He's like, I still don't want this fight. But he's like, that's what they gave me. So,
yeah. I mean, no brain. I mean, hot take. I'm going with Chimaev here.
Right.
I mean, I think this will finish. I think he's going to get a knockout, submission, whatever. I'm going to go. I think it'll be over 1.5. And here's my conspiracy theory is I think Chimaev needs to like work on his pace a bit. I think he's going to use this fight because I think he knows he's going to dominate this fight. I think he's going to push this fight into the later rounds, as in like rounds 3 and 4 at the very least, because he's going to need to eventually. Like, he's going to be fighting for the belt very shortly, and the guys that are up there are like Usman, Edwards, Covington, whoever's going to be at the top when he's there, ready to fight, and those guys can go 5 rounds. Right. We've never seen Chimaev go past round 3, and we just saw it, and he was kind of gassed in round 2. So I think he's going to use this opportunity. He's not going to like play with his food, if you want to say, but he's going to make sure that he gets his work in this fight. This isn't going to be a typical like Chimaev ground and pound, like 30-second knockout. Like, I'm going to demolish you. I'm better than you. Like, he knows he's better.
You better hope Nate don't stock and slap him.
And if he does, that might turn the trigger on him. All right, I'm going to destroy you right now. So I think this will go into at least the third round, but I think it'll be like a knockout, like maybe ground and pound knockout after he clips him or something like that.
I hope Nate has some gangster moments, though,
And,
dude.
and that's another thing, too. Like, Nate Diaz is tough. I know he has 13 losses, and that's a lot, but
only one knockout.
One knockout, and he has one submission, and it's all early, like years. So he's durable. He's got good cardio. You saw in his last fight against Edwards, he was there, getting touched up a lot, and he's bleeding like always. But he's there. He's not wobbled, and I know Chimaev's a different beast, but I think this will go into the third round at the very least.
If anybody's going to last, it's going to be Diaz. What did you get any bets on that? Because I don't have I just have Chimaev in the thing. I didn't bet no over-unders on that.
Did the over 1.5. That's what the line set at. And I got it at like minus 150 or 155. And I think that's going to hit. I don't think Chimaev's going to come out just guns blazing and like he usually does. So that's just me. Conspiracy theory. I'm throwing it out there. I'm not. Do what you want to do with this, but I think this will. Nate's tough enough. He's got cardio. I think he'll be, even if Chimaev does go wrestling heavy in the first round, Nate's good off his back. So
it really is.
He can go the whole round until the next round. So who knows what's going to happen in the second, third, fourth, and Diaz may have a chance in the fourth and fifth round, but I don't think it gets that far. I think Chimaev will finish it in the third or fourth at the very least.
Right. Sucks, dude. Nate's the 38 now. You know what I mean? It's like he don't hit hard enough to hurt. He hurt Leon in that last round, but he hasn't hurt nobody like standing up since maybe like Connor or something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
Tough though. And Chimaev's tough too. But we've seen some holes. Like Chimaev's not like invincible anymore.
Right. But I think Gilbert Burns is like 3 times better than Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
At this, like, as far as just like his power, he's so much more dangerous on the ground, standing. Like, I think he would put a beating on Nate too. True. But like,
do you think Burns will be able to finish Diaz too?
I don't know. I don't know. But Burns ain't really the finisher like Chimaev is. Though, you know what I mean? Burns is the first person Chimaev didn't finish. But
okay, well, here's another question. Do you think Burns is as tough as Diaz?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Then I think
Burns is. Granted, he got knocked out by them jabs by Usman, but I don't know, man. Hard telling what Usman ends up.
Yeah, that's true.
Hard telling what Usman does to Nate Diaz too, though. You know what I mean? Because he knocked out Jorge Masvidal like it was nothing. And Masvidal put a fucking beating on Nate Diaz for 2.5 rounds, like a crazy beating. It wasn't even like So I don't know, man.
I like Chimaev to win, obviously. I just don't want to bet that minus 1,000. I'm looking for a little bit more of value, and I think the over 1.5 has really good value. I just don't think it's going to be a quick finish by Chimaev unless Nate Diaz just doesn't show up and doesn't give a shit. If that's the only way that I can see it going the under 1.5 here.
Right. Yeah. I hope it don't. I hope it's a good bet. I hope it's a 5-rounder.
Yeah, and it's a 5-rounder. I just think this is a prime, perfect opportunity for Chimaev to learn how to pace himself into the later rounds. I'm not saying go into the 5th round or 4th round, but just pace himself, pick him apart, use some wrestling, like gain some cardio, get some experience, and that'll be great for him. And he can win this easily whenever he wants. But why do it when especially get him on the ground? I don't think he'll be able, like Diaz won't be able to get a fluke submission on him on the ground. So,
right.
Just me though.
So I'm saying what he did to Jing Liang. I feel like, Nate has better jiu-jitsu, I would assume, but it's like, bro, he little brother, and I feel like Jing Liang would fuck Nate Diaz up. He would probably. So it's like, but MMA math never works. You know what I mean?
Very true. Yeah. So Kirk, what's up, man? He said, Blood Money, saw your video, and I am on the other side of your money line bets, but I like your parlay. There you go.
Or check my record last week. Nah. or check my overall right now. I'm just playing. Hey, man, yeah, I'm on some dogs this week, though. That's the thing. I'm on some dogs, and some people ain't with it, but I got to try it, man. When you give me certain people.
Yeah, like we said, go with your gut. We're just telling you what we like, what we don't like, and that doesn't mean that's the end all be all. I'm I'm wrong more times than not. So
Oh man,
if you like it, if I'm making sense to you, then you could tail me all day. If I'm not, if I'm looking like an asshole, fade me.
fade me.
Fade me. There's other people you should fade, though. I will tell you that. Ice Spike.
There's a fade list. There's definitely a fade
The
list.
fade list, and we'll just stop there. Ice Viking said Wheezy and Brady like the over in the Holland fight.
My shit's so blurry.
Is your Wi-Fi a little off, or something?
I don't know. I feel like my stuff just got blurry. I don't know. It shouldn't be.
Looking better now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's better now. Kirk said, I would not put Kevin up high. I think he might actually definitely not to be a 2-1 favorite. I could see that. I mean, it's going to be a good fight. Fisherman said, I also got Almeida, Leach, Holland, Dawadu, Irina. Is that a parlay? That's a good parlay. I like it a lot.
Fuck Dawadu.
CJP said, Cosmot is the lock of the century. Take that all the way to the bank. He is on one of my parlays just to juice it up a bit. Yeah, if you have a close parlay that you want to get plus money, throw that guy on there.
Yeah, I'm with Carlos on that.
The Burn said Chimaev is diving into a guillotine is going to be crazy. That would be crazy.
That would be nuts. That would be wild.
23 MMA said only a DQ or an injury can save Nate. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Kirk, I agree with Blood Money. I think Hazmat has a high chance of finishing round 1, if not round 2. What he did to Lee, he could do 10 times worse to Nate. I like Nate, but let's be honest, he will get manhandled. Yeah, I can see that. But like I said, conspiracy theorist John, I think he needs to work on his pace because these championship guys, they can go 5 rounds. And we haven't seen Chimaev go past 3 rounds, and actually 2 rounds more than once. So, well, I think one fight he went 2 rounds, but it was very short in the second round.
Yep.
Nick said, only a dream, but how awesome would it be if Nate came out and knocked out the Russian in round 3 after a bloody war? Fire up the doobie, give Uncle Dana the bird, and right off in the sunset. That'd be amazing.
I would love it. Listen, if Nate Diaz wins, dude, I don't even mind losing my parlay. Like, if he wins some crazy shit, dude, I'll be happy for him. I love Nate Diaz. But, I mean, I got to put my money on the smart thing. But if Nate Diaz pulls this off, dude, I'm going to be jumping and screaming myself. So
for sure. That'd be crazy. Fisherman said, can't play that against Diaz, Johnny. All right. It's just my conspiracy theory. It's all right.
Right.
Smash. Dr. Stoppage. Maybe Nate Diaz. Ice Viking Nate will probably bleed his way to a loss. Hopefully, we will get to see one Stockton slap, and maybe
that's what I'm hoping.
And maybe a few pointing at Hamza and the middle finger moments. Yep.
That's what we need.
See, and that's another thing with my conspiracy theory. I think they're going to put on a show personally. Like, this is a main event. This is, I mean, I don't know. I just don't see it finishing early. I don't have, like, my gut is just like, this is stupid. It's going to be in the 3rd round or later. I don't see it finishing quick. Why would it?
Right.
What does Chimaev have to prove? He's already proved that he can demolish people. He needs to prove that he can go later in the fight. This is a prime example to do it. This is just
he's trying to prove who the real gangsta is in the UFC. So I mean, I think he's going to come out and like try to pick Nate up. Well, he's going to pick Nate up if he wants to and walk him over to Dana again and do all that shit. I think he's going to try to do all that again. Now, if Nate survives, like you said, man, maybe Chimaev does gas himself out punching him for a really long time. But we'll see. Yeah.
Well, me and Dirty Reg are on the same page for once. It's going over 1.5. About that, Nate is too tough. Yeah, I agree. He's too tough to first round.
He's one of the toughest fighters ever in the history of fucking fighting, as far as taking a shot, dude.
Yep. Kirk said, for dogs this week, I like D-Rod, maybe Walker, and Lilian.
I like that. Besides, I mean, D-Rod can win as long as he gets that finish.
Yeah.
Heard that Dawadu.
And Nand Patel said, imagine Diaz just tapping so he can get the fuck.
Dude, just shits all over the UFC. Like, fuck. Yeah. He goes and boxes Jake Paul. Rides off in the sunset.
It'd be insane if he can pull off an upset. Even if it's doctor stoppage, that's a crazy upset.
Yep.
So yeah.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Let me get my daughter.
Okay. We gotta get these daughters' picks of the night. She's got very good picks if nobody knows, and she's picked some very good winners and some underdogs as well. Very good parlay. And if you want to do a fun parlay, here we go. Just do the parlay that she said, pick winners, and it'll be amazing. Oh, never mind. I even hyped her up.
She just got out of the shower, so yeah. My girlfriend's
I was like, your daughter has awesome picks, and she do the parlay with your daughter's picks, and
yeah, I'll get them enough to put them on the best. Yeah, my girl's like, it doesn't matter anyways. You can't see you. I don't understand the fuck. Like, what's going on?
A little bit or something. I don't know.
Gotta get all this shit worked out.
It's a little blurry at times, but it's better now.
I don't know what's the last couple times I used it. It worked really good. So
no,
I'm on my laptop this time, but I don't fucking know.
It's all good. All right. Do you have any closing thoughts, any nuggets or anything like that before we sign off here?
No, man. I hope everybody does good on their bets. Should be it's not a great fight card, but I mean, it's good watching fights, but I hope not too many people have to pay full price for it. So it's just it's like, dude, when did they start? Now they're trying to do like a pay-per-view every 3 weeks instead of at once a month now. They're trying to pay every 3 weeks. And it's like, bro, they don't even have the fucking fighters to keep up with that kind of schedule.
True.
Because pay-per-views do they're raising prices on pay-per-views and bringing the fucking talent level down that don't make any sense. Like, they got to figure something out with that.
Yep.
But other than that, go follow my page on Instagram at Blood Money MMA Bets. Go subscribe to my YouTube. Hit me with the subscription. I'm almost to my 1K.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. If you haven't yet, if you're new to our live streams, we do this every Wednesday. We're going to do a special one for the pay-per-views Saturday, about 2 hours before the fights start. I don't know exactly when the fights start offhand, but it will be 2 hours before. So that way we're not rushing. We can just talk and have fun. We're going to have Patrick from Addicted to Combat, and we're going to have Effie from Any Action Sportscast. We might have one more person, but if not, it's going to be us four. We're going to be just chilling, pretty much just talking about our favorite bets. Maybe something will change. Maybe one of our picks will change. Who knows? You'll get our last second, our bets.
After weigh-in thoughts too.
Thoughts, exactly. So
after everybody sees how big Johnny Walker is, I think some money is going to come in on him.
You know what? After this, I'm gonna put some money down. I got to
do it. Put some good juju on it for us, man.
Yeah,
the good kind. The good juju.
Should we wait though? Oh, you already did.
Yeah, I'm balls deep already. I'm on that bet.
Should we wait?
I hope I don't get no bad juju. Maybe your good juju will outweigh that bad juju. They better not.
Last week I did see that someone picked Jourdain. I was like, I'm feeling very confident in my wood bet right now.
It's weird. It's weird how that works.
It's weird.
It's like and it's not to say that anybody's bad. It's just that maybe they're on bad runs, bad luck, bad run, but you gotta take everything, man. They put the stink on one fighter, you bet the other. It's funny.
Bad run for a year. That's pretty bad. But yeah, definitely, like I said, check us out on Saturday, 2 hours before the fights. Definitely go subscribe to Blood Money MMA Bets. He's like 20 subs away from 1,000. That's the milestone for YouTubers. Please do so. Like and subscribe. Mine as well if you want. You can like the video.
Definitely do it.
You don't have to. I'm not saying to do it, but if you would like to, go for it.
If you want winning picks, man, you better subscribe to that channel. That's for sure.
If you want winning picks every now and then, just subscribe to me.
Undefeated win streak. He is on an undefeated win
streak
right
now. Starting last week, undefeated right now.
Not every week from now on is going to be undefeated. You just had to get that first one out the way.
That's right. That's right.
Keep going.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you for participating in the chat. Always do that. We love talking to everybody as much as we can. We like to keep this a little bit shorter. I know we're a little bit longer because we don't have any on. Cody usually has to work, but he doesn't have to tonight. So we're a little bit longer. We can have a little bit more fun. We can loosen up. But yeah, Saturday, come out for sure. I'll post another. Are we going to do it on mine or yours, this one?
I think it's on yours, ain't it?
Okay. Yeah. I don't.
The next two. I think the next two would be on yours because the last one was on mine. That was when you were out of town. I did the last one on mine with Rams and them, and we already agreed that 280 could be on. So it's all. It's
okay. Well, 280 is going to be amazing. So
280 is going to be awesome.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm already excited. Yeah, so check it out. It's gonna be on my YouTube channel, so check it out. I'll post stuff later, maybe a Friday night, so we can get a good following here. So again, thank you for showing up. Please hit that like button on it before you leave if you haven't yet, and good luck to everybody in their bets.
Good luck. See you guys later.
Yeah, see you later, man. Peace out.
Fuck Dawadu.
How dare you, sir?